Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call Ghost.
What's going on, folks, and thank you very much for tuning in with me to another edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. Before we get started, I'd like to remind everybody that this is episode number 494. Episode number 494 for all the folks that are keeping track of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And before we get into anything else, I'd like for everybody to please spread it around like wildfire. And let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. And we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, and it is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And before we get into anything else, I'd like for everybody to please follow me on Twitter and Gab. Twitter and Gab, folks. All right, I'm on both of those social media under the name Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. Now, folks, I hope that you are having a decent Baller Friday. I know I am. At least I'm trying to. It's a post-420 Baller Friday, to say the damn least. But with that being said, for you folks that are just tuning in with us and wondering what the hell a Baller Friday is, it is that day of the week in which capitalists look back upon the week on their wages, on their earnings, on their profits, and bask in their success. Bask in their success. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why we celebrate every Baller Friday, and we partake in getting whatever your favorite vice is. All right? It could be a decent libation. It could be a whole pie in one fork. Whatever it is, partake in your vice and bask in your success, baby. You understand? That's why we call this Baller Friday. So I hope that you and every one of the capitalists that are listening to me throughout the world, I hope that you're having a great Baller Friday. And I want to say cheers to everybody out there who's listening to the broadcast, who's a part of the capitalist right, a part of the capitalist army, and a part of the Trump train. Cheers, baby, cheers. Unfortunately, all I got is a soft drink, but hey, I'm on the wagon, all right? I'm on the wagon. Now that we've gotten that all out of the way, folks, let's go ahead and get serious. I know yesterday was kind of a wacky broadcast, 420, April 20th. Everybody knows the underground holiday connotation of that particular date. If you don't, I'd strongly advise you to listen to yesterday's broadcast in the archive. Got a little wacky. Obviously got a little bit under the influence of tetrahydrocannabinol. Things got weird. We don't want to go that way today, all right? I know this is a Baller Friday, but we want to get serious, all right? So let's go right in to some cryptocurrency news, folks. Now, I do remember saying that India is the country to look towards as it pertains to the legalization of cryptocurrency, and we said we would know something by April 20th. And I know in the midst of us being wacky on yesterday's broadcast, people were tweeting at me saying, hey, Ghost, what the hell's happening with India? Is India going to legalize cryptocurrency? What's going to happen? Well, folks, we just got word from the local media in India. This is the local CNBC India. It is reporting that the government of India is leaning towards granting Bitcoin legal status in the country. Let me go ahead and retweet that article right there, folks, if you want to see it. I just retweeted the article. It's happening, baby! It's happening. Now, we won't know for certain until mid-May of sorts, but it seems as if the consortium, all right, the consortium of which makes up this think tank that's supposed to be looking into whether or not cryptocurrency is economically viable for India, they have come to the conclusion that the legal status of cryptocurrency is highly likely. So once again, folks, I just retweeted local media reports that India to grant Bitcoin legal status. And that does not mean just Bitcoin. That's all cryptocurrency. Now, how do you play this? Now, we have to make sure that the government makes it official, and according to reports, they're going to make it official sometime in mid-May. Now, with that being said, folks, when it becomes official, I see every cryptocurrency taking off. Because as I've been stating time and time again, I mean, India is over 1 billion people. And remember, they have already eliminated physical, tangible currency. So there is no physical dollars circulating in the India economy. They're actually working with government-issued digits. And that's why a lot of folks in the India economy are starting to look towards cryptocurrency as an alternative to exchange goods and services. And it's happening right now in India. The thing is that once you accept Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever cryptocurrency you're accepting in India, you have to cash those out. And when you cash those out, as you know, here in America, you got to pay taxes on that, and it depends on the tax structure and the tax laws. Is dependent on how much you're going to pay taxes every time you liquidate cryptocurrency. It could be a lot different in India. That's why this legal status of cryptocurrency in India is so important. It's important to the people. It's important to the businesses out there. And, of course, most importantly, it's very important to us as investors. Because as I've stated for the past month, over a month, I've been telling people to start hoarding cryptocurrency. All right, now is the time, man. I've been saying this. I'm not just talking out my ass here, man. I'm trying to get people in on this wealth revolution that's happening right before our very eyes. And it's happening, man. So instead of sitting there and being pessimistic, instead of sitting over there thinking that things are going to happen to you, how hard is it for you as an individual just to hoard cryptocurrency? You know, if you're going to save $200 a month in your savings account, why don't you put $200 in a cryptocurrency and put it in your digital wallet and keep it and hold it? I mean, folks, as I stated, once India legalizes this cryptocurrency for legal tender, that's 1 billion Indian people that are going to be hoarding cryptocurrency, that are going to be saving cryptocurrency. And as I stated, cryptocurrency is a finite amount of cryptocurrency. No matter what cryptocurrency you're talking about, there's only a certain amount. There isn't going to be some central bank that's going to come out here and continuously add on cryptocurrency, demeaning the integrity of the currency itself. And that's what makes cryptocurrency so brilliant. Because the more and more people use it throughout the world for exchange of goods and services, I mean, the more and more price is going to go up on these damn cryptocurrencies. I'm telling you this right now, folks. We are at the beginning. I think that you folks that are just sitting there thinking that this is a fad or whatever, I think that you're making yourself a big mistake, because I'm telling you this right now, this is serious business. All right, cryptocurrency is serious business. Now, let me go ahead and retweet another article here. This is a billionaire who had an interview with CNN Money. So this just goes to show you, baby, it's serious business. There's serious money being made here in cryptocurrency. This billionaire by the name of Mark Novogratz, he says that he has 10% of his money, 10% of his net worth in Bitcoin and Ethereum and other blockchain cryptocurrencies. You understand what I'm saying? I'm telling you, billionaires are now investing in this, baby. I mean, you got to be a damn fool if you think that this is just some kind of a flash in the pan, man. This is serious business. And that's why I have dedicated a good portion of the first hour of this broadcast hoping that you folks can at least entertain the idea of hoarding this stuff. Because, look, just if you hoard it, just if you buy, like, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Dashcoin, whichever one, Litecoin, whatever cryptocurrency you want to buy, if you just hold it in a damn digital wallet for about a year, 2 years, you will be thanking me and you'll be thanking yourself for listening to me, all right? I'm not joking. So I hope folks are listening and not just sitting there, man. I mean, cryptocurrency is legit, and on top of which, for you traders out there, for you equities traders, I mean, this is the perfect thing to trade. The volatility on this is unbelievable. I mean, you've got swings 10, 15% in a matter of a day, in a matter of 2 days. I mean, unbelievable liquidity to be made here. And not to mention, there is no PDT day trading rule in trading cryptocurrency. So there's liquidity to be made in trading this son of a bitch, man. Anyway, look, I'm just trying to plant seeds out here. I genuinely believe that cryptocurrency is the wealth revolution. I'm talking wealth. I'm not talking getting rich. I'm talking the folks that are going to be in the beginning on this and truly invest and truly grasp a decent portion of the cryptocurrency market. Genuine wealth is going to be created. Genuine wealth. And let me tell you something. I'm trying to get people who are listening to me to be a part of this, man. I mean, here, take a look at this particular Bloomberg News, all right? Blockchain may finally be moving out of the lab and into the marketplace. I mean, folks, aren't you noticing every single day you've got Forbes magazine, Bloomberg, CNN Money, CNBC. You understand? I mean, you've got all these people now starting to give it coverage. Because why? You've got actual investors, billionaires, people that are actually investing in this. I'm telling you, man, I mean, this is the next wealth revolution, man. Just give it another year or two, and you're going to be amazed. You're going to be amazed. Look what happened to Bitcoin. Take a look at the chart on Bitcoin from its inception to now. And as I stated, folks, I don't think Bitcoin is going to be the gold standard for cryptocurrency. I think that its star is going to fade for a variety of different reasons. But for the most part, as I stated, Bitcoin, there's a small group of people that actually have the majority of the hoard of cryptocurrency in Bitcoin. Remember, this came out in like 2009, 2010, and the initial people that were technologically savvy were the ones who were the first ones on the scene to start mining these in mass quantity. And what they did is they hoarded it. So you've got all these people that were there when the whole damn thing began hoarding the most of the cryptocurrency in circulation. So in my view, that's what's really causing the price of Bitcoin to go up. Now, why is it the gold standard in cryptocurrency? It was the first on the scene. That's it. The first on the scene. That's it. Now, with that being said, it may take a little bit before Bitcoin finally falls as the dominant cryptocurrency. But you take a look at these other cryptocurrencies where this problem doesn't exist. For instance, there isn't a small group of people that hold Ethereum. Ethereum was actually crowdfunded. I mean, Dash Coin. I mean, Litecoin. I mean, these new cryptocurrencies, they provide more flexibility. They're faster. Some of them are more anonymous, true anonymous, for those that are concerned about those types of components. I mean, there are other cryptocurrencies that are going to be coming up the pike, and there's big money involved in them, and that's why I'm trying to convey this to you, that if you don't do anything, and you've been listening to my broadcast, and when these damn cryptocurrencies blow up and freaking we got cryptocurrency millionaires who happen to have listened to my show and heeded my call and are now living life in a beach somewhere, don't be crying your eyes out saying, "Oh, poor me." Remember, life is about decisions. You have to make a decision. That's what it's all about. I mean, I like to equate life to no-limit hold'em poker. No-limit hold'em poker, there's an element of luck. But if you could just stay in the game when bad luck strikes and understand and be cognizant of bad luck striking you, you hopefully start making the judgment call to making decisions on not playing every hand and only calling those that seem to be a decent opportunity. Now, the flip side of that coin is once you start seeing that luck is on your side, that's when you need to make the conscious decision to capitalize on it as long as you possibly can. Now, being able to tame luck in that capacity is what creates the skill of not only the game of Texas Hold'em poker, but also the game of life. The ability to be able to make decisions when things are going your way and things aren't going your way. There's a saying in No Limit Hold'em poker that all you need is a chip and a chair. All you need is a chip and a chair. As long as you're in the game, you still have the opportunity to win.
Calling the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA simply a compact SUV is like describing a cathedral as just 4 walls and a ceiling. The GLA is both a beautiful work of design and one of the most functional SUVs in its class, and it's available at an exceptional price. Why drive any compact SUV when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA? Visit MBUSA.com/GLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
And that's why I like to consider life much like No Limit Hold'em poker, because you need to make good decisions to win the game. You need to make good decisions. You need to make calculated decisions. You need to know when to assert yourself, when not to assert yourself. You need to know when to hold them, when to fold them. You need to know when to bluff. You know what I'm saying? You need to know these things. And that's what life is as well. And the reason I brought this up is because this is an opportunity that I am just putting forth to everybody who's listening. Genuine wealth opportunity. I don't care how you get into cryptocurrency, just get it. Even if it's just on a small scale, even if you only got $500, $200, whatever. I mean, just put it in a digital wallet and leave it alone and see what happens, all right? That's all I'm saying. Anyway, I went off a little bit too much on the commentary of cryptocurrency. I'm just trying to let everybody know that now we've got CNBC, we've got CNN, we've got Forbes, we've got Bloomberg, we've got the legitimate business media all of a sudden giving this damn cryptocurrency coverage. Why? Real money, baby. There's real money backing up cryptocurrency. Hardcore cash. And before I start covering the cryptocurrencies here, I do want to remind everybody that cryptocurrency gives everybody the flexibility. The flexibility to be able to take your cryptocurrency and go anywhere in the world and be able to cash out in whatever currency, in whatever geopolitical area you happen to be visiting. I mean, it almost sounds as if that cryptocurrency is the future travelers currency. Anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and get to some cryptocurrency coverage right now. Let's get to Bitcoin. Of course, Bitcoin has about 66% of the cryptocurrency market, but that number has gone down as days go by. So once again, just because Bitcoin is the gold standard now, I think that will fade away here in the next couple of years. And that's a fact, because there's just too many factors that put Bitcoin majorly contracting and seeing other cryptocurrencies that have a lot more flexibility, the technology's a lot better, it's faster, so on and so forth, that are going to creep up as the dominating cryptocurrencies in this market. All right, now let me go ahead and talk about Bitcoin, symbol BTC. Current market capitalization for Bitcoin is $19.8 billion market capitalization today. The current circulating supply is 16.2 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Bitcoin has gone down 1.16% decrease in a 24-hour period. The current price for Bitcoin, symbol BTC, current price $1,217.75 per Bitcoin. Let's get to Ethereum, folks, symbol ETH, Ethereum. Current market capitalization for Ethereum is $4.4 billion. The current circulating supply for Ethereum is 90.9 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, we've seen some major fluctuations in this particular cryptocurrency. It has been down in a 24-hour period, down 2.17%. Current price for Ethereum, symbol ETH, current price $48.64 per Ethereum cryptocurrency. Man, now let's get to Litecoin. I mean, what fluctuations, what volatility, and we just see, I think that we're going to see a certain over $10 price now for Litecoin. I mean, I'm starting to sense that there's some resistance in Litecoin. When it gets down to about $10, 9 and change, it starts going back up. Take a look at that chart. Anyway, Litecoin, symbol LTC, the current market capitalization for Litecoin is $563 million. The current circulating supply for Litecoin is 50.7 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Litecoin, and it's been on for the past 2 days, it's been on an increase. All right, in the past 2 days, Litecoin in the past 24 hours has gone up 7.51% increase on the day. The current price for Litecoin, symbol LTC, current price $11.11 per Litecoin. Let's go ahead and get to Dash Coin. Let's go ahead and get to Dash, symbol DASH. The current market capitalization for Dash Coin is $513 million. The current circulating supply for Dash Coin is 7.2 million. So, I mean, Litecoin has got a low circulation, man. I mean, it's got a low circulation, and at the same time, it's a high price. Those are the kind of factors I like in a long-term strategy investing in cryptocurrency. I mean, if you want to go long on cryptocurrencies, in my view, you want to take a look at either the low circulation right now in comparison to a high price, or you want to go with the more flexible technology. Like Ethereum is another one I'd like to go, or I am going in long-term on, because of the special contracts component that they have in conjunction with Ethereum. And I have read Ethereum's whole prospectus. From what I understand, Ethereum has got several phases going on. Once the phase of mining is complete, because it's going to mine only a certain amount and then that's it, whoever's holding Ethereum for the long term is actually going to be paid interest for holding Ethereum. So that's very interesting. There's a lot of, you got to read about these damn cryptocurrencies, man. There's a lot of things going on with them. Dash, on the other hand, is a very fast cryptocurrency, and not to mention it provides a hell of a lot better anonymity. All right, hell of a lot better anonymity than some of the cryptocurrencies on the market today. So let's go ahead and get to Dash Coin, symbol DASH. The current market capitalization for Dash Coin, $513 million. Once again, the circulating supply, 7.2 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Dash Coin has gone down slightly, 0.84% decrease in a 24-hour period. The current price for Dash Coin, symbol DASH, current price, $70.94 per Dash Coin. Let's go ahead and get to the Monero. All right, the Monero, symbol XMR. The current market capitalization for Monero is $289 million. The current circulating supply for Monero is 14.3 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Monero has gone down 1.98% decrease. Current price for Monero, symbol XMR, current price $20.22 per Monero cryptocurrency. We got Ethereum Classic. Ethereum Classic is finally starting to pull back after several days of increasing. Let's go ahead and get to Ethereum Classic, symbol ETC. Current market capitalization for Ethereum Classic is $286 million market capitalization. The current circulating supply is 90.8 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Ethereum Classic has gone down 3.19%. Current price for Ethereum Classic, symbol ETC, current price $3.16 per Ethereum Classic. Now let's get to Zcash, folks. This is another one I like personally, Zcash. I'm mining it myself. Zcash, symbol ZEC. The current market capitalization for Zcash is $77 million. The current circulating supply is 1.1 million. I'm telling you, 1.1 million in circulation. Very low circulation for Zcash, man. I like low circulations in conjunction with high prices. I like it. Anyway, in the past 24 hours, Zcash has gone up 0.49%. The current price for Zcash, symbol ZEC, current price $67.79 per Zcash cryptocurrency. Let's talk a little bit about Decred, folks, because Decred has been on the rise for the past several days. Take a look at the chart. Prior to this latest wave, we saw it contract a considerable amount. So here we are. We're in the midst of a wave. If you would have bought Decred when I was first covering this cryptocurrency market in a major capacity, which was about maybe a month ago, you would be at least over 110% on your money right now. If you were just to acquire Decred, mine Decred, or anything of that capacity. I did even tweet. I tweeted at everybody how to mine Decred. It's very easy. I hope some of you folks took wind of that. Let's get to Decred, folks. Symbol DCR. The current market capitalization for Decred is $68 million. The current circulating supply for Decred is 4.7 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Decred has gone up 5.12% increase in a 24-hour period. The current price for Decred, symbol DCR, the current price is $14.53 per Decred. I'm telling you, man, I remember when Decred was at about $7 about a month ago. Y'all remember that? I'm telling you, man, money to be made here. Money to be made. Let's get to BitConnect. It's been seeing some major volatility since that humongous wave we saw happen last week. Let's go ahead and get to BitConnect, symbol BCC. The current market capitalization for BitConnect is $60 million. The current circulating supply for BitConnect is 6.1 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, BitConnect has gone down 2.63% decrease. Current price for BitConnect, symbol BCC, current price $9.82 per BitConnect. Now let's get to game credits, folks, because I covered game credits here in the beginning of the week, last week, because we saw dramatic increases in game credits. Let's go ahead and get to it. It is symbol GAME. The current market capitalization for game credits is $49 million. The current circulating supply for game credits is 62.1 million in circulation. Now, we're seeing a little bit of a pullback after seeing increases in game credits for the past several sessions. It has gone down 2.66% decrease in a 24-hour period. The current price for game credits, symbol GAME, current price, 78 cents, folks, 78 cents. Now, once again, I'd like to remind everybody, do not underestimate investing and holding for a short period of time in a trading capacity any one of these little small kind of penny cryptocurrencies. I mean, if you take a look at some of the charts on some of these penny cryptocurrencies, I mean, they are up 50, 75, 100%. So what that means is that you don't have to necessarily risk so much, given the fact that the cryptocurrencies are so low in value, for you to make a profit on some of these damn penny cryptocurrencies out here. That's why I cover them. That's why I cover them, baby. I'm trying to give you, I mean, good God, man, I'm trying to give you millions of dollars of information. It's up to you to do something about it. It's up to you to do something about it. God damn it. Anyway, another cryptocurrency that I was going over that was on the rise last week and at the beginning of this week, CreditBit. That's right, folks, CreditBit. Y'all remember that? CRBIT is the symbol. The current the current market capitalization for CreditBit is $11.9 million. The current circulating supply for CreditBit is 12.5 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, CreditBit has gone down 12.97% decrease on the day in a 24-hour period. Good God. I mean, the current price right now for CreditBit, symbol CRBIT, current price 94 cents. I mean, remember, folks, I mean, I was just covering this a couple of days ago, and the damn CreditBit was up to about, $1.24, $1.28, something to that capacity. So this is what I'm telling you, folks. The key to making money in cryptocurrency, specifically trading, is to continuously move the cryptocurrency. You've got to continuously move it. Money never sleeps. You can't just sit back and leave it alone if you're trying to make some kind of liquidity in a trading capacity. I mean, you got to take any kind of profits and then move it somewhere else to either keep those profits safe, make modest profits, or even more profits. This is how you got to keep moving. You got to keep moving these cryptocurrencies around and around and around. And the faster you move them, the more you're in and out of these goddamn waves, the more liquidity that you're going to have. That means the more cryptocurrency net worth you're going to be worth. I mean, I'm serious, man. And in the process of moving all these cryptocurrencies from one cryptocurrency to the next so that you can gain liquidity and save liquidity, you are going to get a little bit of an experience on how to move money, how to move it. You know, I talked yesterday about Kingfish and how he was able to find a business model in which he's sitting back in the comfort of his sofa, sitting back just being the middleman, trading cryptocurrency from one person to another. And I don't want to give away his business model because he found it. It's his creativity in which he found a need and acted on it, and now the guy's just sitting back. I don't even know how much he's making a day now, man. $200 a day? I mean, who the hell knows? Who the hell knows? But you know what? That is what capitalism is about, man. Capitalism is about taking the opportunities that are given to you and being able to make new opportunities from them. I mean, it's about creativity. I mean, there's a bunch of creativity in capitalism, baby. Anyway, let me take a couple of more of these cryptocurrencies, then we're going to move on to the equities markets. Let's get to Zcoin, shall we? Symbol XZC. All right, Zcoin, XZC. Current market capitalization for Zcoin is $14.4 million. The current circulating supply for Zcoin is 1.9 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Zcoin has gone up 6.57% increase in a 24-hour period. Current price for Zcoin, symbol XZC, current price $7.48 per Z-Coin. Let's continue going, folks. There's a lot of cryptocurrencies to cover here. I'm only going to cover two more because we ain't got enough time for that. Let's go to Bitcoin Dark because we've been seeing some massive fluctuations in that cryptocurrency. Bitcoin Dark, symbol BTCD. The current market capitalization for Bitcoin Dark is $10.4 million in circulation. 10.4 million in market capitalization. 10.4 million in market capitalization. And in circulation, there is 1.2 million in circulation. So still kind of a low circulation on this one. As I stated, Bitcoin Dark for a while there was a safe haven to basically put your profits in any kind of trading play that you may have scored some liquidity in. Now it's become one of these volatile cryptocurrencies that you gotta move it. You gotta move your money, baby. You gotta move it. Anyway, Bitcoin Dark, symbol BTCD, once again, market capitalization $10.4 million. The circulating supply is 1.2 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Bitcoin Dark has gone down 3.33% decrease. Current price for Bitcoin Dark, symbol BTCD, current price $8.07 per Bitcoin Dark. And lastly, folks, let's just go ahead and get right to Z Classic. Z Classic, folks, symbol ZCL. Current market capitalization for Z Classic is $5.1 million in market capitalization. The current circulating supply for Z Classic is 1.1 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Z Classic has gone down 5.76% decrease on the day. Current price for Z Classic, symbol ZCL, current price $4.33 per Z Classic cryptocurrency. Anyway, folks, that pretty much covers the cryptocurrency component of the financial first hour. So let's go ahead and get right to the equities and commodities markets of America here, right? Let's go ahead and get to the stock market, folks. Funny thing happened in the stock market. You take a look at the intraday chart, you can just tell that the volume in this market sucks. I mean, compared to what's going on in the cryptocurrency market, when you can legitimately just buy on the dip and then sell on the wave, and you can do that on a perpetual basis. There are so many goddamn cryptocurrencies to do this with. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. So with that being said, that's why I haven't paid too much attention to the equities market, because there's just not that much money in it anymore. All right? And there's not going to be that much money in it until this son of a bitch finally pops. We need the equities market to pop. Now, unfortunately, people who have 401ks, they're not going to be too happy about it. But let's be honest, I've been saying this time and time again ever since I came back to this broadcast. There should be no reason why the equities markets, no matter what index average you're looking at, should be this high. There's no earnings justifying this. There's no any kind of forecast of earnings justifying this. It's just crap. This just goes to show you, as I stated, that this equities market is no longer being invested in by independent investors. And it's exclusively being dominated and manipulated, in my view, by Wall Street and the big money managers. We all know them. We all know the mutual fund managers, the hedge fund managers, these sons of bitches. And not to mention, let's not negate the machines that are actually autonomously trading in the equities market. And you folks are unaware, there are actual autonomous machines that are trading this market on such a frequent basis that it's almost unbelievable how many trades are executed by a single autonomous trading machine. I mean, these machines, I'm serious, they trade on their own. They're based on some pre-programmed algorithm. They trade thousands of trades in a second. In a second. what they try to do is they try to go in and out on a high quantity basis to get fractions of a penny. That's the whole objective of the majority of these machines. They go in and out, I mean, at such a rapid and high speed. I mean, they're literally trading at the rate of milliseconds just so that they can get or acquire a fraction of a penny. Now, when they have a high quantity of these trades, and they compound all these goddamn fractions of a penny, that ends up becoming decent liquidity. But in my view, I'm not a big fan of these machines. And the reason I'm not a big fan of these machines is because a lot of these real horrific flash dips that we've had in the market, I think we had one back in, 2011, where, they called it the rise of the machines because some algorithm somewhere read the market wrong and decided to sell off, and before you know it, the damn thing just tanked 500 points out of nowhere. And I remember that headline. I remember that the business media was saying the rise of the machines, because there was really nothing justifying the dip of 500 points. It was just algorithms within the autonomous trading machines that decided to sell off for whatever reason. It caused a humongous flash dip in the Dow in every market. So in my personal view, I don't understand why we have legalized autonomous trading machines, and yet thanks to Mr. Yes We Can and the Democrats, who overregulated the damn stock market, individual investors, independent investors, people like you, people that are just, working people who would like to supplement their income by potentially trading in the stock market, you are prohibited from doing so by law unless you have $25,000 in your bank account, or in your brokerage account, excuse me. That's right. If you want to pattern or day trade, which means you want to be going in and out of a given equity because you want to take advantage of the dips and waves in the volatility of a given stock in a given day, you are prohibited from pattern or day trading by law because, I don't know, Mr. Yes We Can and the Democrats blamed you for the 2009 crash or some crap. I don't know. I don't understand why it's okay for autonomous machines to be trading at a rate of thousands of trades a second, and yet we can't have individual investors pattern or day trade so that they can supplement their income with all the liquidity that's available for everyone in these markets. I think it's a disgrace, and it makes me sick. And that's why I'm telling everybody right now, the cryptocurrency markets, there ain't no pattern or day trading rule over there. You could trade cryptocurrency all night long. So that's why I'm trying to tell everybody that it's better to try at this point to gain your liquidity and gain wealth in the cryptocurrency markets, because right now, I mean, just take a look at the intraday chart on the Dow. What the hell is that? Look at that. That's stupid, man. You know what that chart tells me? Short, choppy waves. It means, there's not that much volume, and whatever volume is, it's being propped up. It's being propped up. Like I've been saying all along, and who's propping up this market? Well, none other than the Wall Street bastards. I mean, we've talked about how Wall Street is propping up this damn market and incrementally cashing out while suckering in other investors into believing that this Dow Jones 20K nonsense is for real. I mean, take a look. Zero Hedge has been covering how much the Wall Street insiders have been taking out while everyone else has been putting in. Now, why in the hell would Wall Street insiders be taking out if this is supposedly a bull market? Because they know that this is a sucker's market. This is a sucker's market, man. And the only way that you should be investing in this market is a value investing strategy, meaning, let's say that you're a young chap and you're gainfully employed, and instead of saving money in your savings account, which isn't going to get you dick as it pertains to interest or any kind of perks or anything of that capacity, you can look for something called a high-yield dividend stock. High-yield dividend stocks, and what you want to do is whatever monies that you would traditionally save each month, you buy that stock. And some months they'll be higher, some months it'll be lower. That's why you call it a value investing strategy. Now, the reason that you want high-yield dividend stocks is because the more you accumulate of those high-yield dividend stocks, the more money you're going to make each quarter. Because dividend stocks pay money to shareholders quarterly per share. That's right, folks. So let's say, why do you think rich folks, like wealthy folks, why do you think that they buy massive amounts of high-yield dividend stocks? Let's say you've got a dividend stock, just for the sake of argument, that's paying out let's just say 50 cents a quarter. All right? 50 cents a quarter. That's a pretty high-yield dividend, but let's just say for the sake of argument they're doing, all right? You 50 cents times 4, all right? That's $2 a share every goddamn year that you hold of whatever stock that's paying 50 cents. All right? So let's just say you're a rich bastard and you've got 100,000 shares of whatever stock that's paying this. So that means that you get 200,000. All right? You get 200,000 every year just for holding the stock. So that's why I'm telling everybody, folks, that's the only reason why you should be investing. That's the only reason you should be investing in this equities market, is in a value investing strategy. And that's a long-term strategy, because what you want to do is you want to accumulate as many stocks as possible. The more stocks you own, the more money you're going to make each quarter. That's where the wealthy put their money, in high-yield dividend stocks. So while the stock value is either fluctuating, going up or down, the dividend stays the same, if not increases. You're getting paid to hold the stock. I'm just saying that's the only reason why you should be investing in this damn market right now. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to the equities market. Dow Jones Industrial, all right, it was down today, 30.95 points, a percentage decrease of 0.15%, closing out the Dow at $20,547.76 for the Dow Jones Industrial. Excuse me. Jesus Christ, I'm getting discombobulated here. Let's get to the S&P 500. It is also down 7.15% or 7.15 point decrease, a percentage decrease of 0.30%, closing out the S&P at 2,348.69 points for the S&P 500. We've got the NASDAQ. It's also down today, 6.25 points, a percentage decrease of 0.11%, closing out the NASDAQ at 5,910.52 points for the NASDAQ composite. Let's go ahead and get to the commodities, folks. All right, let's go ahead and run through these commodities. We're running out of time here. We do want to take a little bit of some Twitter and Gab shout-outs, so let's go ahead and run through these damn commodities, folks, all right? Let's get to energy. Now, what have I told you about energy? What have I said? Not touching it with a 10-foot pole. And I don't know if you've been looking at it today, folks. It has dropped below 50. At least WTI has dropped below 50. I knew those $50-plus barrel of oil were just very, very temporary. There's too many damn producers on the world market, man. There's too many goddamn oil producers in the world market. The only way that the crude oil is going to go up is if there's true destabilization and warfare in the Middle East. If there's true destabilization and warfare in the Middle East, we could see a slight bump in WTI and Brent crude. Remember, when the Syrian strikes happened, both crude and gold went up dramatically as the damn Syrian strikes were happening. Because remember, there's money to be made on news. News makes money in the markets. Always remember that. There are plays to be made in news. Not even joking. Let's go ahead and get to WTI sweet crude, folks. WTI down today, $1.08, $1.08, a percentage decrease of 2.13% decrease on the day. Good God! Closing out WTI at $49.63 per barrel of WTI sweet crude. We've got Brent crude also down today, 98 cents, a percentage decrease of 1.85%. Closing out Brent crude at $52.01 per barrel of Brent crude oil. Gasoline also taking it on the teeth today. Gasoline is down 1.46% decrease. Natural gas, the feast or famine commodity, also down today, 1.99% decrease on the day. We've got heating oil also down, 1.63% decrease on the day. Let's go ahead and get to the metals, shall we? The metals! Let's get to the goddamn metals. Now, metals were pretty flat today considering, pretty flat. So, everybody right now is pretty uncertain on where to hold their money. People are pretty much still holding cash, folks. I mean, let's be honest. They're still holding cash. Yesterday we saw a little bit of a decrease in the U.S. dollar. It popped back up today. People are holding cash. You got a lot of uncertainty in Europe, so nobody wants to hold those currencies. You got a lot of uncertainty in Asia right now with the North Korean situation and the South China Sea. I mean, investors don't know where to cash out, and right now the United States dollar is king. I'm serious. Anyway, gold, folks, it is up today, $2.20, a percentage increase of 0.17%, closing out gold at $1,286 per troy ounce of gold. Let's get to silver. It took a bit of a decrease. You see, I mean, it doesn't even make any sense. I mean, look at the chart for silver, for Christ's sake. What the hell does that say? That doesn't even make any sense, man. You know what that says to me? You know what that chart says? That the goddamn investors in Wall Street, or actually this is the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, that these investors are smoking crack. They're smoking crack. Anyway, silver is down 11 cents, a percentage decrease of 0.63%, closing out silver at $17.91 per troy ounce of silver. All right? Let's continue going, folks. Let's continue going. We got copper. It's up modestly today, up 0.10%, and platinum is down 0.69% decrease on the day. Let's go ahead and run through agriculture, folks, because we're running out of time here. Let's get to agriculture. Let's get to the grains index. Corn down 0.14% decrease. Wheat down 0.18% decrease. Oats down 0.80% decrease. Rough rice down 0.81% decrease. Yeah, you know that the dollar rose today, huh? Yeah, it's a little reflected in this bloody mess we see in the commodity sector here. Soybean up 0.42%. Soybean oil up 0.12%. And canola is up 0.83% increase. Let's get to the softs index, folks. Cocoa is up 2.83% increase. Coffee, hey, dude, just don't talk to me. Don't talk to me unless I have my coffee, dude. All right? Shut up, you damn anal camel toe sporting fruit. We've got coffee down today, folks, 1.04%, and I'd like to remind everybody to boycott Starbucks. Anyway, we got sugar. Sugar is up today, 0.61%. Orange juice is up 0.16%. We've got cotton up 0.28%. And lumber, good God, lumber is up 2.49% increase. Rubber is down 1.39% decrease. And ethanol is up 0.19% increase. Let's get to livestock. Live cattle up very, very modestly. It is only up 0.19%. Cattle feeder down 0.14%. And lean hog is down 0.51%. And that, my friends, is the markets for your ass. All right? Woo! Anyway, folks, I hope you're having a great Bowler Friday. on this Baller Friday right here and there. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and retweet something that Pudge Montana. What's going on? Thank you very much for tweeting this at me. Watch this Ethereum slot machine. Look at this. Smart contract gambling with Ethereum happening. Look at this. Look at this crap. I'm telling you, folks, cryptocurrency is the future.
Outside the office, you exercise, eat right, but being healthy shouldn't stop when you sit down at your desk. People say sitting is the new smoking. But what can you do? Check out Veridesk, the original and easiest way to stand and sit while you work. It's simple and height adjustable with no assembly or new office furniture required. Find the size that's perfect for your desk at Veridesk.com. Stand, sit, feel better. Go to Veridesk.com and work the way you live. Veridesk. Work elevated.
Anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and get to some Twitter and Gab shout-outs. Now, for you folks that are unaware, if you want a Twitter shout-out right here, right now, live on the broadcast, all you have to do is retweet the tweet that states True Capitalist Radio Live. As a matter of fact, let me retweet it so it can be the first tweet on that. There it is, right there. Retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account, folks, and the tweet to retweet is True Capitalist Radio Live. That's right, folks. True Capitalist Radio Live. All right, you go ahead and retweet that tweet. I will give you a Twitter shout-out live right here on the broadcast, right here and now. Hey, engineer, do you got any goddamn Twitter shout-outs to be had? Well, all right. Well, let's go ahead and get to some goddamn Twitter shout-outs right now. Anyway, we got Ard Hammond. We got Kekistan Magic, or Meme Magic. What's going on? We got Dom Hemingway in the house. We've got, what is this? What the hell is this guy's name? A Coup Capitalist. We got Kingfish. What's going on to Kingfish? We got Supa in the place. OG Toru in the house. What's going on, man? There's Twilly Atkins. Yeah, that's great. That's just great. We got Green Leader in the place. What's going on to Chris Hyde? Acolyte of Keck in the place. What's going on, man? Happy Baller Friday. We've got, there's 8 equal. Oh, that's great. We got Mike the Merc. We've got Unban Laggett from Inner Circle Chat. Oh, well, I'll talk to the peeps who kicked your ass out. I don't know what. Maybe we're pissing people off in there. I'll get to it. I know, and I'm still Leonard. We still got to deal with this Leonard situation too. Anyway, let's move on with that. All right, let's not air Inner Circle business on the damn air here. Anyway, Supa, what a damn steak! Thanks for tweeting me that steak, nice and juicy. Happy Baller Friday. We've got the Smiler in the house. Happy birthday, Jimmy. What Jimmy are we talking about? There's 400 Jimmys. What Jimmy has a birthday? What Jimmy has a birthday? There's the 727 caller. Hey, lay off the paint, all right, man? That wasn't funny yesterday, man. I mean, you sounded bombed out of your mind. We got Dr. Bristle. We've got, I'm not going to say that disgusting name, Hover-Round Magnet. That's real funny. That's real fresh. We got NRJ Commando. How you doing, man? Once again, you want a Twitter shout-out, all you got to do is retweet the tweet that states True Capitalist Radio Live. And I'll give you a Twitter shout-out live right here on the broadcast, right here and now. Let's take a couple more Twitter shout-outs before we move on to anything else. We've got, what Jimmy are you talking about? Happy birthday, Jimmy. What Jimmy? There's 500 Jimmys. I mean, seriously, man, what Jimmy are you talking about? Good God. Anyway, who else do we have here? What's going on to Young Ghost? How you doing, man? Who else do we have here? We got Arboru, Capitalist Kush. What's going on, man? We got the Brony Network. Raiden Sniffs Fursuits. Oh, man, just leave Raiden Snake alone, man. Leave Raiden Snake alone. We got Feral Capitalist in the house. We got Jizzmaster 3000. There's Flamin' Nipple Chops. Who else do we have here, for Christ's sake? We've got breaking the conditioning, whatever the hell that means. We got Kim Jong Hambone. We've got God Hates Antifa. Yeah, no kidding. Those stupid bastards, for Christ's sake. We've got Raiden First Harass next. No, don't you dare! Don't you dare! Goddamn son of a bitch and troll terrorist, don't you dare! You kid around about that. I will end this show early, you son of a bitch. I will end this show early if you go there. Do you understand me there, you troll terrorist bastards? Don't you even dare go there. God damn, you troll terrorists piss me off, man. You know, you're lucky you're behind a goddamn computer, you little pipsqueak fruits. Because I'm telling you right now, I guarantee you, your little pipsqueak asses wouldn't be doing this garbage. If you were in real life in a goddamn bar room, you'd get the goddamn crap kicked out of you, and you know it, and I know it. Yeah, you're real tough over the goddamn internet, aren't you, you bunch of troll terrorist bastards? I guarantee you wouldn't be saying dick in real life there, you fruity-ass fruits. Give me the damn mic. Give me the mic! Freaking mic, man. Don't you dare go there, you son of a bitch. We got Novelty Best. What's going on? We've got boat buying paint. Stop it with the paint crap. That's another thing. Enough of the paint crap. Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, we are now in the second hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. Before we get started, I'd like to remind everybody to please spread it around like wildfire, and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house, and we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, and it is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And, of course, if you have not done so, we're taking Twitter and Gab shout-outs right now. Follow me on both of those social media networks under the name Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow, all right? Now, before we move into anything else, I'm going to go ahead and switch things up in the Twitter shout-out arena, all right? Now, yours truly has put up for sale Helicopter Rides apparel, and I think that this particular shirt and this apparel is important, and it needs to be accessible to everybody who is a dedicated soldier to the right wing of the political spectrum, who absolutely, utterly despises Antifa, commies, socialists, social justice warriors, and leftists. We need to put it in the faces of each and every one of these goddamn leftist, communist, Antifa pricks that we completely hate their asses, all right? And every time they go out there and think that they are trying to be violent, we are keeping track of who they are. Just like that professor old Pole found that was trying to disguise his look and act violent and conduct himself in a violent capacity at these Antifa protests. They found his ass. Pole found his ass. That's why I'm saying, folks, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take some Twitter shout-outs, but what I want to do is I want everybody to retweet the tweet that states Helicopter Rides Apparel right now, all right? You retweet that tweet, I will give you a Twitter shout-out live right here on the broadcast right now. We need as many dedicated soldiers on the right wearing this shirt and triggering goddamn leftists all over the world, all right? I'm not joking around. helicopter rides for Antifa, commies, socialists, SJWs, and leftists. Just goddamn right. You can run, you can hide, you get helicopter rides. God damn it. Anyway, let me continue going here. We've got, who do we have? We got Xbox's Real Work. What's going on? We've got Spark Synapses in the place. We've got Ben Griffin in the house. What's going on to Ben Griffin? We got Fidget, my midget. We've got Mickey in the place. What's going on to Mickey? We've got Sheba in Bergie, whatever the hell that means. Capitalist Kush in the house. Lord Shekels. Let me tell you something. Capitalist Kush, I got to attribute this to him. I just saw the name Lord Shekels, and something that Capitalist Kush said to me yesterday that kind of stuck with me. I think it should be a new meme. He said, "Once you oy vey, you never get away." I mean, look, I think that's anti-Semitic crap. But when I heard it, I had to laugh my ass off. I'm sorry, and I told Capitalist Kush I had to take that from him. Once you oy vey, you never get away. That was pretty funny. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all the Jewish listeners out there. It's all in good fun, all right? It's all in good fun. Anyway, we've got Send Ghost to Mars. Okay, that's great. Shut up, all right? We've got Beat Ghosts Like United. Beat Ghosts Like United. Yeah, right. I guarantee you wouldn't beat my ass. I'll tell you that right goddamn now. We got Make Australia Great Again. We've got Outer Circle. What the hell was that supposed to mean, you moron? We got the Smiler in the house, the Wall Street Trucker. What's going on? We got Drone Strike Antifa. We got Lost Brony. We got Sergeant Yoda in the house. What's going on? Anyway, let's continue going. Once again, you want a Twitter shout-out, retweet the tweet that states, "Get helicopter rides apparel right now." You retweet that tweet, I'll give you a Twitter shout-out live right here on the broadcast. We got Distilling Beach Rehab. Oh, you're in rehab now there, Distilling? You're in rehab? Anyway, we've got Sam Houston got lucky. Yeah, shut up, you stupid moron. We kicked the crap out of Santa Ana. You know it and I know it. Prince, 1 year sober. Oh, man, that's messed up. Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus. Prince, 1 year sober. He's been dead for a year. What are you talking about, you ungrateful prick? He's dead. Prince is dead. He's dead, man. You know what? That's it. That's it for Twitter shout-outs. All right, I can see where this is going. We're got to take some Gab shout-outs now, man. This is getting way out of proportion. If you want a Gab shout-out, all you've got to do is repost the first post on my Gab account, and the Gab account is Politics Ghost, all right? Good God. Anyway, we got Rock Ape in the house. We got Ethanol Capitalist. We've got the Corn Blaster, CDI Fan 237, eating marijuana-infused rice patties. Why do y'all do this to me, man? Seriously, it's a Baller Friday, for Christ's sake, man. Can't you just have a little bit of a compassion here, man? I gave you guys a 420, man. I smoked dope yesterday on freaking air. I smoked dope, for Christ's sake. Anyway, we've got Cavi the Capitalist. We've got Flight 731 for Antifa. Oh, okay. Traps for Templeton. Enough of this trap stuff, all right? Grab him by the dick hole. I knew I should have never have told you idiots that story, man. Shut up. We got Ed Plus in the house. Who else do we have? We got Canuck Capitalist. There's the Brony Network again. Katesh the Pony. OG Toru in the place. What's going on? Make Texas Mexico again. You son of a... Damn son of a bitch! Don't you dare! every time you all disrespect Texas, you're disrespecting the Texas martyrs, boy. And God damn it, I challenge you. I challenge you, wannabe tough guys, come on down here to Texas and say some crap about the Texas martyrs out here, boy. Come on down here to Texas and say something about the Texas martyrs and see if your ass don't get kicked in the dog meat, boy. Y'all talk a big garbage, you talk a big game on the internet, man. You know, it's real easy to flap your fat Cheeto-stained fingers on the keyboard, getting Pop-Tart crumbs all over the place. But by God, get your fat ass up. Come on down here to Texas and see if your ass don't get your ass kicked in the dog meat talking garbage about the Texas martyrs. Son of a bitch. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. I'm not joking, man. I'm not joking. Come down here to Texas and see what happens. Come down here to Texas and see what happens, boy. Anyway, I'm going to take a couple more of these, and that's it. All right, these people are pissing me off. We got TC Capitalists in the house. Distilling first, Ghost next for rehab. I'm not going to no freaking rehab, ass crack, all right? Ben Shapiro versus Ghost. That's not even a contest. Are you kidding me? I would make Ben Shapiro look like a mental midget. Are you kidding me? I will make him look lower than a leprechaun's nutsack. Are you kidding me? And besides, once you oy vey, you never get away. So I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Anyway, let's continue going here. We got neighbor got the hots for wheelchairs. You son of a bitch, shut up. Just shut up. You know, I never should have told you that story either. I never should have told you all anything, man. You know what? I've had about enough of these damn Twitter and Gab shout-outs. I've had enough. I sincerely have had enough. So let's just move on with the damn broadcast. Get a mic. I'm sincerely done. I'm done with the damn Twitter shout-outs. I'm done with this crap. I'm done, man. I'm done. Oh, my God. Anyway, folks, let me get back to a serious note here before this goddamn show takes a turn for the worse like it did yesterday in the 420 episode, all right? Let's get a little serious now. Let's talk about the President of the United States. Now, for you folks that are unaware, Donald Trump came out today and insisted and asserted that tax reform package will be coming next week, all right? All right, so we shall see, all right? We shall see. Once again, the President of the United States has stated that tax reform package is coming next week. Now, with that being said, folks, all right, I want to just make this little point here. I tweeted early this morning about how the Speaker of the House, Paul Ryan, came out and stated, it's going to be a long battle over tax reform. I mean, this guy's talking as if he's like Chuck kicked the American people to the ball Schumer. I mean, he's talking like a liberal, for Christ's sake. Anyway, early this morning, here, let me go ahead and retweet this tweet. I tweeted at POTUS and said, look, seriously, POTUS, I understand Speaker Ryan raises lots of money. And he does. He raises a lot of money for the Republicans. That's why he's the Speaker of the House. But his leadership is a joke. His leadership is an utter joke. And you want to know why it's an utter joke? Because he could not pass health care considering that the Republicans dominate the Congress and the executive branch. And you see, this is what pisses me off. Because the Democrats, when they took power back in 2009, they were unified behind every stupid, dumb initiative that they were pushing forth. That's why they got so much done. That's why they were able to change the country so fast. Because even though they literally passed sabotage-type bills and policy to destroy the country, at least they were unified in doing it, and at least whoever was the leader, which was dumb plastic-faced Pelosi, at least she was able to at least get each and every one of these Democrats in line for voting whatever the Democrats initiated. That's what a leader's supposed to do. This Paul Ryan can't lead himself out of a damn paper bag, man. He was born with a silver foot in his mouth, all right? I mean, I cannot stand Paul Ryan. He is a disgusting disgrace to American people. He's completely disconnected from the average everyday American capitalist out here. This man is fourth-generation rich kid, all right? I mean, the Ryans go back to the railroad building and building the highways, okay? This guy's a fourth-generation rich brat, all right? The majority of the Ryans' wealth came from no-bid government contracts, okay? So, I mean, this guy has no business, in my opinion, representing the majority of the American people as a House Speaker. And if he is going to be that, okay, let's just say for the sake of argument, okay, so what, he's a rich kid, whatever. Be a leader, you dickless idiot. Be a leader. Tell these Republicans, hey, we have to promise, we have to deal with what we promised. We have to pass a repeal of Obamacare. We have to pass tax reform. We have to pass what we said we were going to. And if you're not going to fall in line with the party, when we're not going to campaign for your ass, we're not going to give you money. If you're not going to vote in line with the party, then we're not going to help you for re-election. All right? It's as simple as that. But no, for whatever reason, idiot Ryan thinks that it's safer politically to do absolutely nothing. Because that's what this damn Congress is doing. This Republican-dominated Congress is doing absolutely nothing. And that's why when Donald Trump was giving his economic speech at Snap Tools, in which he signed an executive order, Buy American, Hire American, that's why he said that the American people have to hound these Congress folks, man. I mean, you have to understand, you have to be political all the time. And that means that you have to be aware of what these power-hungry autocrats are doing in Washington. You have to be aware of what legislation and policy they're initiating, and you have to hold their feet to the fire. If they promise you something in your district, if they promise you something on the stumps trail, then it's time for you as the American people to hold these bureaucrats to the fire. But you see, once election time is over, everybody just kind of goes back, watches old episodes of the Golden Girls, sips on their Ovaltine, and completely ignores the fact that these assholes in Washington are doing everything they can to fleece the American taxpayer and to sell out the United States itself. I'm saying 90% of the people in Washington, D.C. right now that are representing supposedly America are completely against America. Because if they were for America, we wouldn't be having this stagnation. We wouldn't be having these Republicans sitting on their thumbs. I mean, we're already headed into May here. We're headed into May, and what have we had passed? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. The only thing that the Republicans gathered around for was selling our internet history and allowing internet service providers to do so. That's the only thing that these dumbass, power-hungry Republicans have gotten unified behind. And why, folks? Because we are not political. You are not political. You've got to hound these people. You got to tweet at them. You got to Facebook message them. You got to email them. You got to fax them. You got to mail them, man. You got to make sure that they hear your discontent. You got to make them hear that you are going to campaign against them when they decide to run for re-election. You have to make sure that they see this. I'm serious, folks. I mean, that's the only way that we as the American people are going to be able to combat the lackadaisical approach that this government has when passing legislation in our favor, in the American people's favor. Anyway, folks, I didn't mean to get off on that tirade, but I tweeted this at POTUS this morning. that Speaker Ryan sees, quote, long battle over tax reform. Where's the long battle? Why is there a long battle? I mean, you own the Congress, you dickless idiot. Why would there be a long battle? You have the majority. Just write the bill and pass it. What the hell's the big deal? That's why I'm telling you, President of the United States and Republicans, you need to remove this stupid establishment leadership. It is doing nothing for the party. It's making the party have egg on its face, and there's no leadership. I mean, there should be Republican unity on every bill that's initiated, and they haven't been able to come up with nothing. So when I tweeted this morning at the president stating that, okay, I get it, Paul Ryan, he does raise millions of dollars for the Republican Party. Okay, great. But his leadership sucks. His leadership sucks. It's a joke. And, you know, he has one of those shameless faces that, you know, he knows he's a loser. He knows that, you know, he's probably one of the most incompetent, grossly negligent speakers ever to hold the post. But he doesn't care because he knows that he paid his way to get into the House Speaker position. And all he's got to do is continue to raise millions of dollars and give it to Republicans so that they can go and use it in their campaigns so he can sustain his power. That's why if we are going to do anything to assert our power as capitalists or as people, we have to get political. And, folks, what I'm telling you to do is you have to go at the smallest precinct party level and start participating in the party. Because the power is not in the politician. The power is in the party. And if there's enough of you folks out there, enough capitalists, that can influence the party on a local precinct level, on a state level, you can legitimately change the world. Because then what you have to do, once you take over the state convention, you redo the party platform for your state. And if any of the politicians that are under the Republican or Democratic Party moniker, and for whatever reason they do not oblige the party platform, they can be removed from office by the party. And this precedent was set by the Whig Party when they term limited out Abraham Lincoln out of a one-term seat as, I believe, I forgot what seat he was. I think it was a senator or a congressman, one of those. One-term limited his ass out of there because the Whig Party reestablished its platform, and it was not coinciding with how Abraham Lincoln was governing. So as a result, they term limited his ass out. That's what we need to do, folks. We need to take control of both parties. We need to go to those precincts. We need to influence those people. Remember, folks, I mean, all you got to do is call your local party, call your local party headquarters and just say, where's my precinct? I mean, why don't you go donate some time to your party? I mean, influence these folks. Talk to these people. I mean, to be honest with you, folks, that's the only way we're going to take control of the government is if we take control of the party. Because these damn politicians are not going to do what the general American public thinks it's going to do. It's going to do what the party says it's going to do. So the only way that we're going to take control of this government is if we, and it doesn't matter what party you go to, Democrat, Republican, go to your local precinct and go out there and continue to take the party serious. And you never know, you may be so influential in the party that you can create the platform, or that you can reestablish the party rules, or you can do these types of things to put these politicians in their place and force them to do the right thing. If not, you get them out. Anyway, folks, once again, all right, according to the President of the United States, tax reform package is coming next week. Now, whether or not it's going to be passed, who the hell knows? And as far as health care is concerned, there is some kind of plan right now that's being circulated amongst Republicans, and it's being fine-tuned, and who the hell knows what the hell that is going to entail. All I'm simply stating is is that things, at the very minimum, okay, we're not going to get everything we want in healthcare, but at the very minimum, we need the mandate to be completely eliminated. I'm not talking about what they tried to do in Ryan Care, take away the fine from the IRS and have it asserted by the damn private insurance company itself. That's ridiculous and pathetic. I'm talking no fines, no mandates, nothing. All right? I mean, mandating that each and every American purchase health insurance is so unconstitutional, it's sick. I mean, you know what that means? I hate to keep repeating this, but it bears repeating. It means that the American government, the federal American government, is forcing the American people under duress, under coercion, to purchase a privatized health insurance plan, which, folks, that's a monopoly. That's a monopoly. And what have I always told you about monopolies? Monopolies cannot exist unless a government enforces its monopoly. I mean, that's it. If the government enforces the monopoly, that's the only way a monopoly can exist. And there's many ways a government can protect a monopoly: through regulation, laws, permits, licenses. I mean, I can go on and on. No-bid contracts. I can go on and on. This is what creates monopolies, folks. It's not private capitalism. It's not private enterprise that creates monopolies. It's the protection of private enterprise by governments that creates monopolies. That's what you people need to put in your heads. I mean, you shouldn't be hating capitalists and corporatism. You should be hating the government's merger with private enterprise and corporatism. It's the merger of government and corporatism and capitalism, or I shouldn't even call it capitalism. Socialism is more like it, because you see, this is what socialism is. Socialism, and this is what was practiced during Hitler's National Socialism. Private enterprise still owns elements of the means of production, but it's the government that dictates what is produced. Unlike communism, communism micromanages everything. That's why in China, all the billionaires are a part of the communist government. I mean, you're not a billionaire in China unless you're a part of the communist government. That's communism. I mean, the government owns everything. Socialism, they'll allow someone to own the private enterprise of whatever industry, but it's the government that dictates what is produced. And you see, folks, this is it, man. I mean, this is what we are fighting against. And what Antifa and the leftists and liberals have got all Mrs. Joe and Mr. Joe Sixpack thinking is that somehow capitalism is the bad guy. That capitalists are somehow causing the disarray that's happening in our country. Let me ask you something. Is it capitalism that's causing the unbelievable food crisis in Venezuela? Is it capitalism that's causing the starvation and second harvest in North Korea? Is it capitalism that's causing the problems in every goddamn socialist country throughout the international community? No, it's the governments. It's the government's merger with private enterprise. And the government should never have any business regulating and enforcing a monopoly on the people. Never. I mean, the government's role, and it should be very limited, is to enforce the rule of law, because without the rule of law, you have no civilization. Enforce the rule of law and act as a referee in private enterprise, not as a chooser of winners and losers. So that's why I'm telling everybody, folks, capitalism, we haven't truly seen it. We haven't truly seen capitalism because government has interfered with private enterprise ever since this country's inception. Let me tell you a little story about our government's inception. During the Revolutionary War, when you had the patriots, the forefathers out here, trying to rally around some kind of an army some kind of a militia force to basically fight against the redcoats, they created their own fiat currency, and they created their own IOUs, so to speak, to all the revolutionary fighters that fought in the Revolutionary War. Now, after the Revolutionary War was won, each and every one of these revolutionary fighters had these IOU notes in which they were promised, according to that note, to be paid a certain amount of money after the Revolutionary War was over. And you see, folks, right when the Revolutionary War was over, it's some roadblocks, it's some growing pains when trying to restructure and build a goddamn government from the ground up. So right after the Revolutionary War, these revolutionary fighters wanted to cash out their IOU notes, but there was no money to be had anywhere. So what happened? The wealthy in this country, the big landowners, the big wigs who basically constructed the government. Let's be honest. This government that we are residing in was constructed by private forces, private landowners, private media owners, so on and so forth. Anyway, these IOUs, they were not being honored by the newly elected or the newly fought for and brought into power government of the United States, all right? I mean, they just weren't honoring them. They didn't have any goddamn money to honor them, so on and so forth. So what the wealthy did, the wealthy gave each and every one of these IOU notes that were being held by revolutionary fighters, gave them pennies on the dollar of the value of the actual IOU note. And once, after about 4 or 5 years of bumps on the road and growing pains, and when the America finally established itself some level of economics, all of a sudden, those IOU notes were now going to be honored 100% face value. And, you know, a good portion, a good 80%, 85% of those notes were already cashed in way before the government was finally going to start paying 100% face value for those notes. They were already all sold for pennies on the dollar to wealthy landowners and wealthy folks that had the money to just kind of buy these from revolutionary fighters, mind you, okay? That was the whole deal behind Shays' Rebellion. Daniel Shays, y'all remember that? Were y'all taught that in history? Daniel Shays was a revolutionary hero, and he was so upset that he had fought for a country that was literally just not even giving two rats' asses about the people who helped fight for it. Daniel Shays decided to have a rebellion in which he was attempting to take control of the government. And right then and there is when the United States became whatever it is today. And what I'm trying to say is, I'm not trying to say that the United States is perfect by any means. We have a dark history. There is, lots of greed, lots of power-hungry people in the history of this country. But in aggregate, is probably the best that we've ever seen out of the worst of the world, because there is no best. There is no perfect model. I mean, prior to the forefathers, people were living under feudalism. The only leaders that were in existence in the world were kings and queens that were accorded that leadership by bloodline. So what I'm saying is, folks, is that we've truly never had capitalism. Never. I mean, the only time we truly had capitalism is when, what was that Frenchman's name? Tocqueville, or whatever the hell his name is? Tocqueville, whatever the hell his name is. That asshole that wrote about laissez-faire economics, when he came over here and got freaked out, like, oh, man, look at this. This is great. Everybody, that's probably the only time that we actually had any form of true capitalism. Anyway, folks, the reason I told you that story about the Revolutionary War and about the revolutionary soldiers and them getting screwed out of their revolutionary payments is because that shows you the merger of private enterprise and government and who truly comes out on top in that aspect. And that's why I have been an advocate of the capitalists. You see, the capitalists should be the ones rising up and demanding from these damn bureaucratic pieces of trash the respect that should be accorded to us because we pay for these little people. We pay for these little people in Washington. We pay for these little people in government, for Christ's sake. And that's why, folks, the capitalist right and the capitalist revolution that has taken control of state power is rocking the bureaucratic system of this government and the world, because they have never seen what is about to transpire here in the next 4 years.
Calling the beautifully redesigned 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA simply a four-door coupe is like describing a world-class athlete as just a good runner. With its sleek profile and powerful turbocharged engine, the CLA offers agility and design that are unmatched in its class, and it's available now at an exceptional price. Why drive any four-door coupe when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA? Visit mbusa.com/CLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
Anyway, folks, I didn't mean to get off keister on that subject matter, but the bottom line is, man, is that we cannot allow these Antifa, leftist, communist, socialists paint a false narrative about capitalism. We cannot allow them to paint a false narrative about capitalism. We can't allow them to do it. I mean, capitalism is what created the innovations that we see right before us. It created what you're listening to me to right now. I mean, you know, the individuals who created Blog Talk Radio put the money up and decided, hey, I want this service. You know? I mean, Twitter, social media, you know, all these other websites. I mean, this is all private enterprise, man. This is all capitalism. Anyway, folks, look, I don't mean to go off keister on all these subject matters, folks. I'm just saying, POTUS, let's go back to what we were talking about. POTUS says the tax reform package is coming next week. We don't know what the hell's going on about health care, but the reason I brought this up is because we should have everything that was promised to us on a domestic front. We should already have at least most of that already passed, given the fact that we've got a Republican-dominated Congress and a Republican-dominated executive branch. And why it isn't happening, it's because these idiots think that we're idiots. These morons in Washington think, don't worry, let's just not do anything. Let's not rock the boat. We've got a 2018 election we have to worry about. And don't worry, the American people will go back to sleep. They'll go back to sleep. They always do. They never stay political. They always go back to sleep. And that's what they think, man. That's what they think. Anyway, let me move on to another subject matter, folks. Sorry for being so long-winded about that. Did anybody see Attorney General Jeff Sessions come out and warn sanctuary cities to obey the law or lose federal funding? I mean, man, I am glad to see a legit Attorney General that is going to do this. I had been talking about this since 2008. If you take a look back in the archive, you know who talked about this? Fred Thompson. Y'all remember Fred Thompson? Fred Thompson, the actor, and he was also a politician, Republican. Fred Thompson was one of the first candidates I heard put forth this notion of cutting federal funding to sanctuary cities. And this was back when he was running in 2008. Y'all remember that? He was in the primary, and one of the things he did say was the easy way to solve this damn immigration problem is just to cut funding to sanctuary cities. Now, that was in 2008, okay? I mean, just imagine with the Obama's open border policy and allowing every goddamn immigrant to come into this goddamn country. This is why we have such disarray going on right now, because these immigrants believe that they are supposed to be more superior than the actual citizens, because Barack Obama said, come on down. Come on down. Jesus Christ, man. And not to mention, I don't think they shouldn't just cut off federal funding to sanctuary cities. I think that the federal government should go in and arrest the mayors and the city councils of the city that are refusing to obey federal law. I mean, because this is, I mean, isn't this why we went to court, and isn't this why we passed the Civil Rights Act? I mean, isn't this why we've had precedent that the federal government in certain instances can trump, for a lack of a better term, the state government? I mean, now all of a sudden, and this is what's so mind-boggling. I mean, it was leftists and liberals that were the ones that initiated the federal government to push forth the Civil Rights Act and the hate crime bills and all these other federal laws that are supposed to protect oppressed groups in states that don't have laws to protect them, okay? Now we've got these same liberals and these leftists now claiming that state law supersedes federal law now. Do you see this? I mean, this just goes to show you how inconsistent and how pathetic liberals and leftists are. They're inconsistent. They're never freaking on. I mean, good God, they're so stupid. They're so stupid. They're so stupid. They make me sick. Goddamn liberals are stupid. I mean, these liberals were the ones that initiated these federal laws to protect groups of people. The Civil Rights Law, the hate crime bill. I mean, these were leftist-initiated federal laws, for Christ's sake, man. And now what? Oh, we now think the state government supersedes the federal government now. What goddamn hypocrites! That's why we can't take these communists and leftists and liberals and socialists. That's why we can't take them serious, man. They're a disease. I mean, they're a disease, man. They need to be systematically removed like a goddamn rodent or roach. I'm not even kidding around. They're a disease. Give me the damn mic. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. I'm not even joking around. They're a disease, man. Anyway, look, I'm sorry for going off keister there. Once again, Attorney General Jeff Sessions warns sanctuary cities to obey the damn federal law or you're going to lose your federal funding. I think we should go a step further and arrest the city. We should arrest the mayors. We should arrest the city council. We need to arrest these people. Anyway, folks, this just in. Thank you very much, Capitalist Kush. Here's a video of something that just happened, folks. Here we go, terrorist hijacked a ferry with 700 people, and they crash it into some kind of a bridge of sorts. Here, let me take a look. Let me go ahead and retweet this. Here it is. They're using boats now, folks. All right, a la snack bars are using boats right now. I just retweeted oh my God, I'm looking at it right now, folks. It looks as if there's a ferry that had been hijacked, 700 people in Spain, and it looks like it was just headed straight in, taking a header head on to what looks like the retaining wall. It looks like a sea retaining wall, for Christ's sake, man. Oh, my gosh. Is anybody looking at this, for Christ's sake? Good God. I mean, they're using boats now? Look at this. They're using boats, man. Oh, my God. Look on Twitter, folks, right now. All right, some goddamn, I I don't even know what kind of terrorist, but we could all imagine, can't we, huh? We could all imagine is hijacked a ferry and rammed it into a goddamn retaining wall, hoping that I guess the ocean will flood the goddamn. I don't know what the hell. This is horrible. This is horrible. I mean, folks, how long are we going to take this, man? I mean, seriously, man. I mean, how long are we going to continue to take this? And for you folks that were pissing and moaning, remember, pissing and moaning about, I can't believe that Trump did the. I can't believe that Trump did the Syrian strikes. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I mean, he's out here trying to remove kebab, and you people are freaking pissed off about it. He's out here trying to remove kebab, and you people are pissed off about it. You see, folks, how are we going to negotiate? How are we going to negotiate with a terrorist sect like this? As I've stated, folks, there is no reasoning with Islamic fundamentalist terrorism. There's no bargaining with it. All we can do, and especially those that are creating foreign policy, is this, is to exploit the schism within Islam itself. And that schism is Sunni versus Shiite Muslim. The two different interpretations. You know, Sunnis believe that the leader of Islam, the leadership of Islam is directly correlated to the bloodline of Muhammad. The Shiites believe, all right, the Shiites believe that clerics and intellectual Quran readers or so, I don't know. The clerics are the ones that are supposed to have the authority in Islam. Hence, why you have the Ayatollah Khomeini in Iran, and the Sunnis are, well, the Sunnis. You know what I mean? So, in my view, folks, we exploit the schism and have these people kill each other. We've got to have these people kill each other, because if what we're going to get, we going to engage them? There's over 1 billion Muslims. We're going to engage them? Absolutely not. And that's what this foreign policy is all about. That's why it's going way above you people's pay grades. That's why you people that hopped off the Trump train, you don't know foreign policy if it hits you upside your fat ass. All right? I mean, the bottom line is that as a foreign policy creator, you got to think about these things. All right? I'm just saying. Anyway, look, I'm sick. I'm really sick, man. Anyway, folks, let me move on. We're running out of time here. Once again, I don't know what the hell that was. There was a ferry right now. I just retweeted the footage. A ferry that looked like it was hijacked and attempted to ram a retaining wall in an attempt to try to, I guess, flood the goddamn city. I don't know, man. I mean, this world's just getting ridiculous, man. This world's getting freaking ridiculous, man. Anyway, let me move on, folks. Once again, we talked about Attorney General Jeff Sessions warning sanctuary cities to obey the law or lose federal funding. Let's talk a little bit about Obama. That's right. Let's talk a little bit about Barack Obama, baby. All right? Barack Obama over here is finally coming back to the United States. And let me tell you, he needs to be arrested. All right? Apparently, he's going to make his first post-presidency public appearance in Chicago. Oh yeah, the community organizing city that generously benefited from this idiot's community organizing. I mean, I can't believe Barack Obama would show his face in Chicago, considering he tried to say that community organizing in that hellhole, Chirac, that somehow was justification for him to be president, and that's what made him such a great leader. Look at Chicago now, man. Chicago is a war zone. Literally a war zone, man. Innocent people are getting killed with stray bullets. All right? I mean, you can't even walk the streets in Chicago without being afraid of being hit with a damn stray bullet. It's that dangerous, for Christ's sake, man. It's that damn dangerous. Let me go ahead and retweet what Capitalist Kush just put in. Legal sources said that 6 migrants and 2 activists from left-wing groups, No Borders, crashed the boat. No borders. No borders. You see this? I mean, this is Barack Obama right here, man. It's Barack Obama, Angela Merkel, and all these other goddamn leftist pieces of trash that helped induce this type of hysteria. No borders? No borders? Look, folks, I'm not joking, man. I think that Barack Obama needs to be arrested if he's in Chicago. And if you're in Chicago, why don't you go and protest this son of a bitch? All right? Why don't you go and disrupt his goddamn speech like they would always disrupt Donald Trump's speech? Why don't you? I mean, somebody, this is the kind of thing we need, man. We need somebody to say, hey, Obama, you deserve to go to jail. You got blood on your hands. You hate America. You're a treasonous piece of crap. I'm not joking, man. I mean, we need protesters to confront this stupid dumb mulatto because this son of a bitch literally tried to kamikaze America down the drain. He should not ever be looked upon as anything positive. He did everything in his power to destroy this country. I mean, give me a break. Give me a break. I mean, it just pisses me off, man. It just pisses me off that you've actually still got lunatics that think that Barack Obama is a decent leader. I mean, even though the stats say otherwise. And you know what makes me even more sick? Black people putting this asshole on some kind of a pedestal. I mean, Barack Obama has done more to throw black people backwards 50, 60 years in race relations and economics and in politics than any racist could have even thought or dreamed of, all right? Yeah. I mean, I'm serious. I mean, look at the black prison statistics from Obama's tenure onward. Take a look at the black murders from Obama's tenure onward. Take a look at the blacks on welfare and food stamps from Obama's tenure onward. I mean, do you understand? Take a look at black home ownership. Take a look at any black statistic. It has gone down, down, down in horrific, or I should say up, right? Up, since the statistics will be going up. But either way, man, I mean, take a look. Take a look at how many black abortions have happened during Obama's tenure. Take a look at how many single-parent homes have happened under Obama's tenure. Take a look at how much unemployment has happened in Obama's tenure. I mean, I can go on and on, man. This man is a treasonous, dumb, disgusting piece of mulatto trash, and he should be arrested. Barack Obama should be arrested. And let me tell you, if he's not going to be arrested, people on the right, true right-wing, capitalist right, dedicated soldiers need to go and disrupt every speech that this son of a bitch ever puts on. Sneak in there and just scream at this son of a bitch, you deserve to go to prison. You're a treasonous president. You're a bastard. You deserve to go to prison. Because he does, folks. Barack Obama deserves to go to prison. And that's why he's going to Chicago, because he knows Rahm Emanuel, the mayor of Chicago, used to be his chief of staff during Obama's first tenure as president. He knows that Rahm Emanuel ain't going to make sure he ain't going to get arrested, but he should be. He should be. Look at what he turned America into. Look at Antifa. Look at these immigrants who think that their rights supersede the sovereign citizens of this country. Take a look at all the imbeciles that are around here that are literally superseding. I mean, just think about this for a second. Just think about sanctuary cities, okay? The mayors and the city councils that are okay with sanctuary cities. You know what that means? That means that those people that you elected are saying that immigrants, people that came into this country illegally and did not oblige our laws and that are here illegally, have more rights and that are more pertinent to this country than you as citizens that elected these sons of bitches. I can't believe you people can't see it like this. I can't believe people can't see it like this. I mean, give me a break, man. I'm telling you, Obama should be arrested. I'm not even joking around. He should be arrested. I should be fucking arrested. He is a treasonous piece of trash. I spit on this man. I mean, he should never, ever, ever, ever go down in history in any positive capacity. He's a disgusting disgrace. And that's why in the first 100 days of Donald Trump, he's making Obama look like a stupid, pathetic human being because Obama, what he was doing was trying to sabotage the country, not help the country. Anyway, folks, I'm going to move on. Screw you, Obama. I spit on you, and I spit on that tranny wife of yours, for Christ's sake, man. Jesus Christ. And you know what's funny to me? He was seen here recently on a yacht. He was on a yacht with Michelle Obama. And, of course, the mainstream media tries to make it seem as if it's so cool and chic for Barack Obama to be in a goddamn yacht with that tranny. And, you know, what I find very, very perplexing is that Barack Obama never had a real job ever in his life. Never really had a real job in his life, and yet somehow he was able to accumulate enough money to be able to go, even if he rented the yacht, it doesn't matter. I mean, you know how much a yacht like that they were on, you know how much that freaking crap cost? You know what I'm saying? I mean, at least 20 grand a day. All right, 10 grand a day. Where did Obama get all that money? I told you, and I'm going to continue to tell you, once these politicians retire from being a goddamn politician, they can legally exchange all the money that's in their campaign contribution accounts. And lest we forget, folks, the last 2012 campaign, I think Barack Obama raised $1 billion. He raised $1 billion in 2012. In 2008, he raised, was it $800 million? And you mean to tell me that he blew all that on advertising? He blew on that on the campaign? Bull crap. That's why I'm telling you, these politicians are scumbags, soulless cash whores. And the only way that we're going to keep them honest is if we, the people, we, the capitalists, not only get political but stay political. We have to be political, man. We have to participate in the political process. We have to participate in the political parties, man. We have to. We have to. Jesus Christ, man. Makes me sick. Makes me sick. And oh yeah, look at this. Look at this. Here's Bernie Sanders. Look. Let me tweet what he tweeted yesterday for 420. Hey, how many yachts do billionaires need? How many cars do you need? Give us a break. You can't have it all. Oh yeah, Bernie? What about your God? How many houses do you have? Huh? What about the $250 million that you goddamn OIV'd out of the goddamn Bernie, what do you call the burn victims, or what do we call it? The Bernie bros, or whatever the hell they call that crap. I mean, what a freaking hypocrite, Bernie Sanders. You know what? Screw you, all right? Screw you, Bernie Sanders. I hope your goddamn prostate gets infected and the next time you blow a fart, it blasts out of your ass. You old windbag piece of crap. I'm serious. Hey, I'm Bernie Sanders, and I can continue to be a hypocrite because the people that voted for me are stupid. They don't know any better. They give us the fluoride stare, and all I got to do is tell them to give me their money because I'll give them free health care, I'll give them free college, I'll give them everything they want, all right? But all you got to do for me to give you free college, for me to give you free health care, I need for you to donate to my campaign. I just wrote a book. You need to buy my book now because I need more houses. I need more Audis. I need more money because you people don't know any better. You don't know what to do with it. I do. I'm Bernie Sanders now. So what all you need to do now is you need to come over here. Come over here and take your underwears off. That's right. Come on over here and sit on my apple. Don't worry about the pants tent. Don't worry about the pants tent. I'm Uncle Bernie. Just come on over here and sit on my apple. That's right. Sit on my apple and keep contributing. Oh, yeah. Oh, keep contributing. Oh, yeah, keep contributing. I'm going to write a book. I've already written a book now, and I'm going to keep doing it. Keep donating to my new political action committee, Our Revolution. The revolution is still going, so please keep giving me your monies. Yeah, that's right. Keep sitting on my apple. Take your underwears off. Come on over here. It's Uncle Bernie. You know you love Uncle Bernie. Come on over here. Take your underwears off. All right. I'm almost there. Come on. Come on. Come on. Don't touch me. Hey, don't touch me. All right. You chipped my apple. Oh, you hurt Uncle Bernie. You chipped my apple. All right. Now what I want you to do is I want you to clean yourself up. All right. Don't tell anybody I told you to take your underwears off and keep contributing. All right, I need more shekels. I told you, this is what you burn victims have subjected yourself to, and you're still following this old piece of crap? You're still following this old piece of crap? Jesus Christ, man. We are now in the third and final hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, and of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost, and once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Before we get started on anything else, I'd like to remind everybody to please spread it around like wildfire, and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house, and we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, and it is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And if you have not done so, please follow me on Twitter and Gab, folks. Twitter and Gab. You can follow me on both of those social media sites under the name Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. And before we move on to anything else, folks, I'd like to remind everybody that we do have Helicopter Rides apparel, baby. Helicopter Rides apparel. Go and trigger some leftists with this Helicopter Rides apparel, baby. Let me go ahead and retweet that one mo again. All right, I'm going to retweet that on my Twitter one mo again. Get yourself some Helicopter Rides apparel. Helicopter rides for Antifa, commies, socialists, SJWs, and leftists. You're goddamn right. You can run, you can hide, you get helicopter rides. Anyway, folks. Good God, what a baller Friday here, man. I'm telling you, I got all this energy, for Christ's sake, man. I mean, maybe it's just because all these people are pissing me off, man. They're pissing me off. This leftist, these goddamn communists, these freaking pieces of trash out here. Anyway, folks, I want to go ahead and retract what I just mentioned about the Spain terrorist attack. Thanks to the Green Leader. Let me go ahead and retweet the Green Leader. The ferry that crashed into the retaining wall in Spain was not a terrorist attack. So obviously it was, I guess it was a accident. I just retweeted it. Although there is some leftist group trying to take responsibility for it. So we are still in, I mean, we don't know what the hell's going on. We have no idea. All right? So we shall see. Anyway, folks, let me go ahead and move on. Did anybody see this massive power outage that happened in San Francisco? And not to mention, a power outage in the subway system of New York was also hit today. Now, what exactly does this represent? Does this represent some kind of sabotage, some kind of hacking, or is the infrastructure of America finally starting to go kaput right before our very eyes? Either way, folks, I think that this is a dangerous precedent. I think that people at this point have become so dependent on electricity, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. I mean, I can only imagine if we had a massive electrical outage that is probably going to be out indefinitely. I could only imagine what would happen to humanity. I think that these people would be freaked out of their minds. They wouldn't know what the hell to do. I'm not joking around. They'd lose control, for heaven's sake. So, I mean, I think that this infrastructure bill that Donald Trump was initiating back in his campaign is more than overdue. I mean, you know, all of a sudden now you've got these fiscal conservatives who were nowhere to be found back when Barack Obama accumulated $20 trillion in U.S. debts. They were nowhere to be found when, you know, George W. Bush was out here blowing all kinds of goddamn American money on Afghanistan and Iraq wars, for Christ's sake. But now that Donald Trump wants to spend $1 trillion to rebuild the infrastructure of America, rebuild roads, rebuild electrical grids, rebuild airports and that sort of thing, all of a sudden these goddamn fiscal conservatives are now all of a sudden trying to assert their moral principles. Where the hell were you goddamn fiscal conservatives during Obama, you freaking pricks? Barack Obama accumulated more debt on the American deficit than all previous presidents before him combined. So where the hell were you fiscal conservatives during that time, huh, you son of a bitch? I'm telling you, this political class system makes me sick. That's why I continue to come up on here. We've got to expose these contradictions. We've got to expose these lies that are being put forth by these politicians, man. We got to make them eat their lies so bad that they're going to be afraid to lie. They're going to be afraid to say anything because we're going to hold their feet to the fire in everything they say. But we have to do it. We have to remain political. God damn it, are you all listening? We've got to remain political, for Christ's sake. More than half of you are just sitting there playing with your goddamn pecker shafts when we need you. We need you out there contacting your goddamn congressman. We need you out there making memes, for Christ's sake. We need you out there tweeting and Facebook posting real goddamn news that contradicts the lies, the absolute and utter lies being sput out by the goddamn lamestream media. God damn it, man. I'm not joking around, folks. It's time for us to get goddamn political, because if we don't, folks, the totalitarianism is going to overtake us. And let me tell you, you idiots, y'all don't want to do anything, that's fine. Us as the capitalists, we ain't going to be left behind, man. We ain't going to be sitting here subjected to the same type of totalitarianism that you people are going to be subjected to. And that's why the capitalist right and the capitalists throughout the world have unified, and this is why the manifestation of the capitalist revolution with Donald Trump has manifested itself. Do you understand that? And what we have done as capitalists has taken control of the global order. Why do you think each and every one of these countries are scrambling around trying to find new allies, scrambling around not knowing what the hell's happening in the new global order? Because the capitalists have taken control of the global order, and we're restructuring that son of a bitch. And on top of which, folks, us as capitalists, now that we've taken control of the global order, we are going to nullify and make insignificant international bureaucrats like the United Nations, like the EU. We don't need these sons of bitches as, quote, elites. They're incompetent. They're obsolete. They're insignificant. And at the same time, we don't need here, at least in the next 5 to 10 years, I don't see a need for a central banking system anymore. And you know, folks, now that we've got central banks all across the world eliminating physical, tangible cash, what's the need for a central banking system anymore? When we've got cryptocurrency that can pretty much come in and nullify the whole idea of a bank in general. I mean, this is what this new shift in global order truly represents, folks. It represents a whole new emerging elite. Because back when David Rockefeller was still alive, this moron claimed that, oh, well, it would be a great world if bureaucratic and bankster elites controlled the planet. Bureaucrats and banksters, you all are old and prehistoric and insignificant at this point in time. The capitalists are taking control of the global order. The capitalists are taking control. Somebody's asking, what's the alternative to a central bank? I still want physical cash. Hey, I don't think physical cash is going to be around for very much longer, man. I mean, take a look at Taiwan, take a look at India, take a look at Venezuela. The EU is talking about getting rid of physical, tangible cash. So what's the alternative? The alternative is that the central bank, instead of printing out physical money, they're just going to digitize it. And what, you want the central banks to be in charge of the digits? I mean, they've already made a mess of the goddamn physical paper fiat currency, and we're supposed to, what, accept the authority of a central bank in charge of the digits? No way! No freaking way! So that's why I am 100% behind the cryptocurrency movement. I am completely behind it because it is the elimination of central banks. We don't need central banks anymore. They have done nothing for us for a long period of time, and all they have done is print more and more money, which basically defeats the whole purpose of them conducting themselves in fiscal monetary policy. So anyway, with that being said, folks, I wish some of you would wake up and realize that the capitalists have taken control, and whether you want to be a capitalist or not, that's fine. But if you ain't going to be a capitalist, you're going to be the subjects of the folks that are eventually going to take control of this whole goddamn place. Remember that, okay? Remember I said that. If you just want to sit there and be an insignificant piece of trash that does nothing but turn perfectly good food into crap, just remember what I said. Because us capitalists are taking over. And the proof is in the restructuring of the global order right before our very eyes.
Calling the beautifully redesigned 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA simply a four-door coupe is like describing a world-class athlete as just a good runner. With its sleek profile and powerful turbocharged engine, the CLA offers agility and design that are unmatched in its class, and it's available now at an exceptional price. Why drive any four-door coupe when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA? Visit mbusa.com/CLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
Anyway, folks, let me move on. Did anyone see has anyone seen, I should say, the emerging chaos that is happening in Venezuela, folks? Finally, the people have gotten at their wits' end in starvation and in subjugation, that the people are now starting to rise up and attack government officials, police officers. I hear now that you've got factions of Venezuelans creating their own barricades, ambushing the Venezuelan National Guard. I mean, they are truly trying to take control of the government themselves. And look, folks, we talked about this several days ago, that Nicolas Maduro, the president of Venezuela, wanted to arm his own supporters. Now, why in the hell did Nicolas Maduro want to arm his own supporters? Well, because of this right here. And lest we forget, folks, that during the tenure of Hugo Chavez, who was the leader of Venezuela prior to his death to cancer, he was the one that initiated this gun roundup in Venezuela. And, of course, every one of these leftists in Venezuela were all, oh, look, we'll give you our guns, Hugo. We'll give you our guns, Hugo, because we love you. We want a free society. We want a nice peace society, Hugo. Well, they rounded up all the guns, and look at them now, folks. Do you think that they wish that they would have never have had that gun roundup? I think so. Let me go ahead and retweet some of these images, and these are videos coming out of Venezuela right now. Here is people starting to ambush the National Guard in some places out there in Venezuela. Here's some more chaos happening right now in Venezuela right now, folks. I told you, man. And, I'm just saying, folks, this was bound to happen. I was waiting for this to happen for some time. And as I stated, once the North Korean and the Syrian theaters of combat are isolated and neutralized, I wouldn't be surprised if Donald Trump takes some military action in Venezuela. And I think that it would be a very easy operation to just go in, eliminate the communist government, because I think that the military will go either way. I don't think that the military is fully on board with Nicolas Maduro. If they were, he wouldn't be calling for an armed militia of his own people. He wouldn't be calling for an armed militia for his own people. So I think that this is a humanitarian situation, and this should go to show all of you. Venezuela was a very rich country prior to Hugo Chavez coming in and asserting himself as a communist leader. And why was it a wealthy country? Because it was a goddamn freaking, it's got the third largest oil deposit in the world. It's got the third largest oil deposit in the world, man. It was rich, for Christ's sake, man. And then Hugo Chavez came along and touted all this communist utopia crap, and then decided to give himself lifelong authority. And then when he was about to die of cancer, he anointed freaking Maduro. And here you are. Here we are. A once rich, vibrant country turned into a bunch of garbage because of communists. And where did all the money go? It went into the pockets of these corrupt communist pieces of goddamn trash. That's why all communists, folks, I'm sorry, all communists should be killed. All communists should be killed, for Christ's sake. And I personally believe that because they're thieves. They're thieves, and the only way that they can obtain anything is by stealing it. And that's what happened in Venezuela. That's what's happening right now in Russia, mind you. Vladimir Putin, all these white nationalists in America are circle jerking themselves over this stupid, dumb Ruski over here. Meanwhile, he has taken away the rights of the people. He's taken away the rights of the free press. He's pretty much made himself leader for the past freaking 17 years, for Christ's sake. All right? And in the midst of all that, he's stolen $200 billion. $200 billion, and has put it in his own personal bank account. But no, he's supposed to be a white nationalist, right? He's supposed to be a man of the people, right? You fucking white nationalist idiots. And look, I don't mean to be picking on all white nationalists, but let's be honest. It was the majority of you assholes that were literally sucking it. You guys were literally sucking the hemorrhoid off of Putin's ass. I mean, I saw people that were, quote, alt-right with Putin pictures in their profile and KGB in their name and all this other garbage, man. I mean, Russia completely psyoped you stupid idiots. Completely psyoped you morons, man. And let me tell you, man, I am going to stand by my prognostication. Putin will not make it out of 2018. He's not going to make it out of 2018. Or 2000, he won't make it into 2018. Let's put it that way. And as I stated, the reason is because he's done too much to his country that even his own deep state wants to kill him. That's why he has to kill so many people. I mean, it isn't but a week goes by before we hear another dead Ruski beaten to death, assassinated, poisoned. Why? Because Putin has to kill all these people. He's got to fire generals. He's got to recruit the militia in Georgia. He's doing the same thing freaking Maduro's doing, man. He's using the same communist tactics that Maduro's using, for Christ's sake. And you've got these stupid, disgusting, ridiculous white nationalists still holding water for this fucking Ruski, man. It makes me sick. You fucking white nationalists who got the Russians, you make me sick. God. I'm not joking. You white nationalists who have sucked the goddamn penis, of goddamn Vladimir Putin, you should all be ashamed of yourselves, you dumb idiots. You're sucking the goddamn penis of a commie. You're sucking the goddamn penis of a commie. All you white nationalists, for Christ's sake, man. All you alt-right assholes. You got psyoped by Russia, and what? You think we're just going to ignore that? I'm serious, man. I'm tired of you fucking alt-right assholes. Sitting out here and putting Russia on a goddamn pedestal, for Christ's sake. I am so sick of you people doing that, man. I'm not joking. I'm calling all you white nationalist pricks out. I'm calling you all out. You people have jocked Russia too goddamn long, for Christ's sake, man. Too long. Son of a bitch. I'm not joking around, man. I'm so pissed off, man. I'm so upset because I can't believe these people out here. I mean, these people are alt-rights. They're white nationalists over here, and yet they're still holding water for Putin, man. Have you talked to a white nationalist recently? Try to talk to a white nationalist, okay? Try to talk to a white nationalist and talk to him about Russia. And don't say favorable things about Russia, okay? And see what these alt-right pricks will tell you, okay? Give me the mic. Give me the mic. I'm serious. Go up to these alt-right white nationalist idiots and just say something negative about Russia and see how triggered they get. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and retweet this fucking asshole, excuse my French, Mike Cernovich. What have I told you about the alt-right media and them being shoved up the asshole of Vladimir Putin, Alexander Dugin, and all these Russians? I told you that Richard Spencer belonged to the same goddamn think tank as Alexander Dugin. Same with his wife. Same with Alex Jones. You know, right when I make public the connection of alt-right with Russia, Alex Jones has Alexander Dugin on to interview. Did you all see that interview with Alex Jones and Alexander Dugin? Alex Jones, every time Alexander Dugin was going into his fourth political theory, chaos nonsense, this political lunacy, Alex Jones would stop him and say, no, what you mean is you just want a free Russia. That's all you want. You just want a free Russia. And 1776 will commence again. I mean, that's all he was, man. He didn't let Alexander Dugin say his true lunatic goddamn fourth political theory. Well, take a look at Mike Cernovich over here. I'm going to retweet what Mike Cernovich just tweeted out about 7 hours ago. He tweeted, and I just retweeted it now. People are triggered. I'm reading political philosophy book to understand Russia. Can you believe this? What did I tell you people? What did I tell you people about these alt-right assholes and Russia? What did I tell you? What did I tell you? What did I tell you? I told you all these alt-right assholes have connections to Russia and have, for whatever reason, jocking the jock of Vladimir Putin. I mean, look at Mike Cernovich right there. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, you're getting triggered because I'm reading something about Russia. Let me tell you something, man. I know for a fact that there is no connection between Donald Trump personally and Russia. But I told you, didn't I say this back in December? I said this right after the fucking election. That these people in the alt-right, these folks that are alt-right mouthpieces, all have ties to Russia, Alexander Dugin, and this whole fourth political theory crap. And that's why, if you want my personal opinion, you've got Donald Trump abandoning ship on the alternative media, because I'm pretty sure he's debriefed, and I'm pretty sure many people that are in the intelligence community are showing him how many people that are supposed to be mouthpieces for the Trump train are actually holding water for the Ruskies. All right? I'm serious. I mean, Mike Cernovich should be ashamed of himself, but he isn't. Because these idiots on the alt-right think that it's cute. They think that it's funny. They think that they're doing something dangerous by, I don't know, being pro-Russian or something. I don't know how you could be pro-Russian given the fact that you've got Vladimir Putin taking away every right from every Russian out there and making himself leader indefinitely while at the same time ripping off $200 billion. $200 billion. And putting it in his own personal Vladimir Putin name bank account. I'm telling you, man, I'm sick of the alt-right. You know, I'm sick of these assholes, man. I'm sick of the alternative media as well. They have let us down beyond belief. I mean, Alex Jones, Mike Cernovich, Milo Yiannopoulos, Ann Coulter, all these dumbass pieces of trash. A bunch of, talking out both sides of their mouth, pieces of stand-for-nothing, disloyal, yellow-belly twats, man. And you mean to tell me that Mike Cernovich is sitting over here saying, yeah, I'm triggering everybody because I'm reading Russia. I mean, right there, that should point a red flag to you people that this idiot might even be getting paid to some extent by someone who has a Russian interest. Now, for you folks that are unaware, we have written extensively on ghost.report. You could type that in your browser right now, ghost.report. We've written 2 different pieces about Russia's spy network in the United States and how the venture capitalist firm Runa Capital is at the root of it all. Now, after this show, I am going to release the 3rd installment of that particular series. in which we highlight the secret spy network that has been in this United States long before Donald Trump. And the reason is, folks, is because we have folks within the FSB that are trying to contact us as frequently as they possibly can to give us the 411 about what's going on within the deep state of Russia. And as far as I'm concerned, folks, from the information that I have obtained from the FSB connects that I have within the Russian intelligence community, is that everyone within the deep state wants Vladimir Putin gone. They want Vladimir Putin gone, and the only reason they can't do it right now is because every Mr. and Mrs. Joe Vodka out there in aggregate still thinks that Vladimir Putin is some kind of a goddamn strong man or something. So anyway, look, I'm tired of talking about Ruskies, man. I've always hated Ruskies, all right? I've always not liked them. I never trusted them. I mean, this is the same civilization that created serfdom, okay? This is the same civilization that created serfdom. And it was that mentality that was embedded within the Russian psyche that allowed the Bolsheviks to take over and Stalin to implement his reign of terror during his communist, or whatever the hell you wanted to call it, tenure. Jesus Christ. Anyway, look, we're running out of time. I got to move on here, all right? Anyway, the French election is this weekend, folks, all right? Now, with the champs Elisis, is that it? I don't know how to pronounce French frog, folks. I'm sorry, but champs Elisis shooting, will it affect the election? I'm not too sure if it'll affect the election. What I find rather mind-boggling is that the communist that's running in the French election is actually giving these other candidates a run for their money. Communists, man. And, I know everybody is giving Le Pen this benefit of the doubt and that she's going to win and that the pollsters have it wrong and this and that. Hey, look, I hope so. But I don't really have too much optimism for Le Pen, whether she wins or loses, okay? To be honest with you, she's done some very dumb, erratic, emotionally impulsive, woman-like decisions during her campaign in trying to, make herself leader or head of state of France. She has really not impressed me a whole hell of a lot. She's also went to go visit Vladimir Putin at the Kremlin, which I thought was a ridiculous, pathetic photo op, for Christ's sake. And to be honest with you, all Le Pen has been saying is a bunch of abstract divide and conquer type of rhetoric. I mean, she's utilizing the leftist tactics of racial antagonization to basically bolster her campaign. She hasn't said anything that constitutes any validation of seriousness as far as I'm concerned. I'm sorry. And look, I know that everybody wishes Le Pen wins and this and that. Even if she wins, I don't think she does crap. Man. I think that she's all talk. She's saying a bunch of abstract concepts. She's playing the same divide and conquer game that the leftists play. Not much substance. She's just saying a bunch of, I hate the EU. I hate this. I hate globalism. I like Russia. I mean, she's not saying anything that is pretty much resonating with anybody except, young people and maybe some women. That's about it. And look, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think Le Pen is going to win this election. And look, if she does, that's great. And if she does win, I hope that she doesn't let France down. But just based on the way she campaigns, I don't like how she makes decisions. And it was these erratic, emotionally impulsive outbursts is what basically bolstered this one communist this one communist opponent of hers, is what bolstered his goddamn popularity. So I don't know. I mean, yeah, somebody in here saying she's against the wild Yehudis. I get it. But still, I mean, to be honest with you, look at how hard of a time Donald Trump has had just trying to assert his agenda in this system in America. You mean to tell me that a woman that really doesn't have any intellectual curiosity, in my opinion, she's just saying a lot of loud abstractions. That's all she's doing. She's not saying anything that is really going to resonate other than agitate and inflame the senses. That's been her whole campaign. Her whole campaign is inflame the senses, and hopefully that goes and resonates in the ballot box. I mean, at least Donald Trump was putting forth ideas and plans. He was talking about, hey, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. We're going to initiate this, we're going to do that. I have yet to hear that from Le Pen at all. I've just heard nothing but agitation and a bunch of abstractions. I have yet to hear anything of any substance as far as I'm concerned. But, hey, look, we shall see. We shall see. I mean, I personally believe that Le Pen is a little bit overrated, all right? I think that Le Pen's a little bit overrated. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be sexist, but I would prefer a man to be running in the French election. I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be sexist, but the numbers don't look good for women leaders, man. They just don't. They don't, man. I mean, take a look at the freaking broad that ran Brazil that got impeached. Take a look at the incompetent broad that ran Argentina down to the ground. Take a look at this one broad that ran South Korea that got arrested because she was freaking going to her cult to make her goddamn policy decisions. Take a look at Angela Merkel, for Christ's sake. I mean, take a look at Hillary Clinton. I mean, I can go on and on, man. I mean, let's be honest. Women leaders haven't really been very good as of late, or if at all, with the exception of Margaret Thatcher, and now I think that Theresa may be coming out of her shell, but who knows? Who knows? I mean, at least Theresa May is finally starting to show her political prowess. I mean, I don't think that Le Pen has that type of idealism. I'm serious, man. So look, I want Le Pen to maybe shock the polls, but I'm not putting much into her, man. I don't think that. I mean, you think that her bureaucratic system is going to let her do her abstractions? I mean, look at how tough of a time Donald Trump has had in this American government with his deep state, with his political class. You think Le Pen, some broad, is going to be able to go and make all this happen? I mean, that's why I have to give it to I got to give it to Theresa May. Theresa May, I have to hand it to her. I thought she was kicking the can down the road. I thought that she was just kind of chumping around, but lo and behold, she was just plotting. And the political move of calling for a snap election in June to solidify Brexit, and not to mention consolidate power to the conservatives and basically kick Jeremy Corbyn out as labor leader, is just unbelievably brilliant politics. And you see, you've got to be methodical, you've got to think, you've got to be patient, you can't talk out of your freaking both sides of your mouth. And I got to give it to Theresa May. She never talks out both sides of her mouth as far as her as prime minister. She may have talked both sides of her mouth in previous positions, but I think that Theresa May is seizing the opportunity here. And I hope that she's successful, and I hope that she gives Britannia what Britannia voted for. But I just don't know about Le Pen, man. I just don't know, man. I just even if she wins, I don't think there's any benefit whatsoever. I think that France is already too cucked as a country for Le Pen, a woman, to assert herself politically to be able to achieve what she's claiming she's going to achieve out here on the campaign stump. Anyway, we're running out of time here, folks. Let me just move through these last subject matters really fast. Japan sends destroyers with U.S. carriers to the Korean Peninsula in response to North Koreans' belligerence. And you know something, folks? I think North Korea is all talk. I mean, even General Mattis, I think it was yesterday or earlier this morning, said that, the threat of ballistic missiles hitting the United States by North Korea are overstated. And I have to agree with him. I don't think North Korea has the capability to do anything. All right? I mean, okay, maybe they've got enough, they have enough fireworks in their fireworks factory, and they put enough gunpowder in some makeshift rocket to maybe make it to Japan or maybe make it to South Korea. But even then, I don't think that the damage is really going to be that humongous. I think that this idiot and his gross domestic product, and if you take a look at their gross domestic product, North Korea, from what I understand, spends 80% or 75-80% of its GDP on the military. Now, what that says to me is that they're having to spend that much money on the military so that the Uns, Kim Jong-il, Kim Jong-un, they can have this elite infrastructure to surround them that's military-based. So, with that being said, 80% of GDP, and it's going to the military. That says to me that he's paying people and not buying weaponry. He's paying for soldiers. He's paying for loyalty. He's paying for generals. You understand? And that's why, in my view, I don't think Kim Jong-un has any kind of goddamn missiles. And if he does have any missiles, they're cheap, primitive pieces of crap. I mean, kids in the Gaza Strip with sugar and baking soda and some freaking peroxide could make better bottle rockets than what the hell North Korea has done with its ballistic missiles. I'm not even kidding around. All right, I'm not even kidding around. And we've been waiting. I've been waiting. I have been waiting for North Korea to do a nuclear test. I've been waiting for them to do some kind of legitimate ballistic missile test. They keep claiming that they're going to do this, they're going to do that. They haven't done anything. They're all talk. All talk. Anyway, let me move on. Once again, Japan getting in on this too. So this just goes to show you that, people are getting tired of North Korea. All right? They're getting tired of North Korea. So Japan is sending some destroyers with the United States down to the Korean Peninsula. So just in case these idiots want to launch another rocket. Anyway, last but not least, since everybody out here on the left is claiming that Exxon has such influence on Trump and that Russia, Trump, this should be very interesting for you idiots. Trump denies Exxon permission to drill oil in Russia. Now, isn't that completely contradictory to what the narrative that's being put forth by the mainstream media, that it's Russia, Trump, and that Exxon owns Trump and all this other crap? Trump is denying Exxon permission to drill for oil in Russia, man. I'm serious. I mean, how can you combat that? All right, mainstream media, leftist, you're going to still say that you're going to still go along with this Russia, Trump narrative, for Christ's sake? He's denying Exxon permission to drill for oil in Russia. So right off the bat, that eliminates two different narratives. It eliminates the narrative that somehow Exxon is in control of Donald Trump, or that Russia is, or Donald Trump is down with Russia, for Christ's sake. So all you leftists out there, all right, this should shut you up with the Exxon and Russia narrative as it pertains to this president, all right? Shut your mouth with these stupid fake news narratives that Trump is owned by Exxon or is down with Russia, all right? This should prove to you, Trump denies Exxon permission to drill for oil in Russia. This is proof. Stupid morons. Anyway, look, I have one more thing to talk about. I was supposed to talk about the city of San Antonio and its government and how it completely sucks. And how this goddamn city is the equivalent of a citywide Walmart. I'm not even joking around. You know, you go into Walmart. Have you seen the memes of the people of Walmart? It's this whole goddamn city. And, you know, this city is actually having a local election. And I think that I'm going to talk a little bit about San Hambonio from now on, because I think it's the government that has subjugated this city into the impoverished hellhole that it is. I mean, it's so bad out here, folks, that, you know, there's a basketball team called the San Antonio Spurs out here in San Hambonio. And, you know, the symbols used for the San Antonio Spurs logo, they are now being used down here for gang-related symbolism. Yeah, so if you actually have a, you know, Spurs symbol, like the basketball symbol on your arm, on your neck, some of these people actually have the freaking Spurs on their face. I've seen people with, I mean, I have never seen more people in a centralized city with tattoos on their faces than I have here in San Hambonio, Texas, man. I'm not even joking around. So anyway, I'm going to blame the government. I blame the city council. I blame all these people. I mean, take a look at the San Antonio budget, man. What is it, $8 billion a year or something? $8 billion a year, and where's all this money going? Mostly in the pockets of these bureaucrats that are in city council and their cronies. That's why this city is so goddamn impoverished. It's a disgrace. I mean, this is an impoverished city. I know some of you have visited over here, and you're like, well, Ghost, what are you talking about? I've been there. It's got the Riverwalk. The Riverwalk is so beautiful. It's so nice. Oh, yeah? Why don't you go 2-mile radius anywhere outside of the goddamn Riverwalk? 2-mile radius, and walk around and see if your ass doesn't have some kind of physical harm or some kind of a mugging happen to you. I'm not even joking around. I'm not even joking around. So anyway, San Antonio, it really sucks, all right? It really sucks, and so do the politicians in this town. And, you know, the politicians are shameless in this town. You know that? The politicians are shameless. They'll go out there and they'll talk to these people like idiots. I mean, you know, folks, there was an advertisement here recently, and I'm going to move on, then we'll go over to Radio Graffiti, but there was an advertisement here recently conducted by City Public Service. Now, out here in San Antonio, folks, believe it or not, this city government has implemented monopolies on this city, from what I understand, for a long period of time. I've talked to people out here in San Hambonio. The city has protected what used to be a phone company out here. It was called Southwestern Bell. It was the only phone company out here for 30 years, from what I understand. They protected the monopoly of Time Warner Cable, being the only cable company for a long period of time, being out here. And folks, City Public Service is the electricity company in this city. And they're the only electricity company in town. And guess what? It's owned partly by the city. And, I mean, it's a bunch of corrupt crap out here, man. San Antonio sucks, man.
Is your garage full of old paint that you'll never use? I know mine is. Avocado green, hot pink, antique white. That is a nice shade of white, though. You know, it's easy to recycle your paint all over California. Keep what you need and recycle the rest. Find a drop-off site near you at paintcare.org.
Calling the beautifully redesigned 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA simply a four-door coupe is like describing a world-class athlete as just a good runner. With its sleek profile and powerful turbocharged engine, the CLA offers agility and design that are unmatched in its class, and it's available now at an exceptional price. Why drive any four-door coupe when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA? Visit mbusa.com/CLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
San Antonio really sucks, man. It's a freaking pissing ground. It's a dump. It's an impoverished dump, for Christ's sake. And last thing, you know what, folks? We're headed into the summer. Whenever you take a look at Texas temperatures, take a look at San Antonio, and take a look at the surrounding areas of San Antonio and how they're about maybe 4 or 5 degrees cooler. 4 or 5 degrees cooler than San Antonio. You want to know why that is? Because we've got 1.4 million fat asses in this town. This has got to be the fattest city I've ever seen in my life, waddling their fat asses around here. I'm not joking around. We got so many fat people in this city that it raises the temperature at least 4 or 5 degrees. I'm not joking around. I'm talking about their fat body heat radiating out and their farts. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it's a disgrace. Anyway, I'm sick of this town. I spit on the freaking San Antonio government. I spit on the city council. I spit on this affirmative action black mayor. I spit on the goddamn bureaucrats of this city. I spit on everything that has created this city into the impoverished hellhole that it is. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get to Radio Graffiti, all right? And for you folks that are unaware, Radio Graffiti is that part of the broadcast where the spectators become a part of the spectacle. All you got to do is give me a call right now at 516-453-9903. And when I call on your area code, you got exactly 3 to 4 seconds to say whatever it is that's on your mind. That's why we call this Radio Goddamn Graffiti. And by the way, folks, we do have the Saturday Night Troll Show tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, in which we have 3 hours of trolling and about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours of Radio Graffiti tomorrow. So go ahead and take a look and listen to us tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, the Saturday Night Troll Show. Anyway, hey, engineer, do we got any goddamn Radio Graffiti calls to be had? All right, well, let's go ahead and get to some Radio Graffiti right now. All right, anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Hey, America, are you sick of the FDA always banning so-called legal highs? Are you tired of your state never getting around to legalizing tetrahydrocannabinol? Do you feel stressed out all of the time and see online radio as your only outlet for stress relief? Well, come on down to Twitty's Paint Emporium. Hi, I'm Twitty Atkins, owner of Twitty's Paint Emporium, and I'm here to invite you to sniff out a great deal on your next can of paint so you can have your way to happiness. Glass paint, satin paint, floor paint, glare paint, whatever you're looking for, we have it here. But don't take my word for it. Here's what some of our loyal customers have to say.
Yeah, like the black paint, like spray paint, you know what I'm talking about? I don't know, man. It's just, I mean, it's like the same feeling, kind of, but it's different. It's like every other kind of drug you take, you know? Paint, paint, more than that. Oh, Jesus. I'm trying to pop it face drive. Oh, my God.
And I know what you're thinking. Tweety, doesn't having paint give you brain damage? Let's ask our number one customer.
Brain damage? What are you talking about, brain damage? All right, here we go.
So come on down to Tweety's Paint Emporium today and have your way to happiness. Unit 420 and 69th Street, next to Raiden's Fish and Chip Shop. Or give us a call on 516-453-9903, where our operators are standing by to take your order. Twitty's Paint Emporium. Oh, sweet Celestia, that's the stuff.
You know what? You bitch horse. Get that bitch horse out of here with this freaking paint crap. Damn it, I'm sick of this paint crap. I'm sick of this paint shit. I am so sick of this whole goddamn paint crap that's going on this show. Stop huffing paint. Stop huffing paint. Stop promoting huffing paint, for Christ's sake. You know what that crap does? It kills your goddamn brain cells, boy. It kills your goddamn brain cells. Jesus Christ. Give me the mic. It kills your goddamn brain cells, boy. Jesus Christ. Anonymous radio graffiti. I usually don't eat on the goddamn show, but, you know, let me go ahead and have a goddamn midget. I'm sorry. These are like crack, man. I'm sorry. Oh my God. This is something like crack, man. Oh. Good God. I'm sorry.
That's rather tasty. Man, that's rather tasty there.
A midget, asshole? A midget? Jesus Christ, man. Anonymous radio graffiti. Hey, we just heard this asshole, all right? Give me a break. Anonymous radio graffiti.
Pizzagate ain't real. Pizzagate ain't real.
Pizzagate ain't real. Pizzagate. Yeah, shut up, you stupid moron, all right? You wish it wasn't real so your ass wouldn't get busted, you pedo. Anonymous radio graffiti. And you know what makes me even more sick? Black people.
What?
Uh-oh.
Ghost, why? Why would you say that?
No.
Good God. Your bastard. Bastard.
Oh, Christ, no!
How could you?
What the hell? Are you kidding me, for Christ? Was that the African booty scratcher crying? Was this man crying? Goddamn African booty scratcher, man. I'm telling you, this guy pisses me off. I freaking hate that guy, man. I freaking hate that guy. Anonymous radio graffiti.
Your skin is purple, man. I don't dig you. I'm purple, and I'm proud. You're invading my space. Wow, your blood is red, just like mine. Even though we're different on the outside, on the inside, we're all the same. Let's live together in peace.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
Yeah, shut up. Oh, yeah, that'll happen. Yeah, that'll be the day. That'll be the day. 608 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost. So Mad Warrior here. So how do you said you eat midgets. How do you eat them? With pain, I guess.
No, I don't eat midgets. What are you talking about?
And
what are you talking about? I don't eat midgets. Do you eat midgets?
No, you eat midgets. The trolls say you do. Well, anyway.
Oh, okay, great.
Just
get shut up. Just get out of here. Get out of here. Get out. Jesus Christ, man. How about 705 Radio Graffiti? Oh, great, another Helen Keller deaf mute. Like, we got so much time for that. 352 Radio Graffiti. We've got, there's 8 equal. Oh, that's great. Eating marijuana-infused rice patties. I am eating marijuana-infused rice patties. He's being fucking mad. I'm telling you, these rice patties, they're like crack, man. They're like crack. Oh, they're good, man. Oh, my God. They're so good. I can't. This is... My God. My legs, I can't feel my legs. I'm going to die soon. Beat ghosts like you. Now, yeah, right. I guarantee you wouldn't beat mine.
Hey, that fat bloke took my bloody seat. Security!
Shove it up your ass.
He's right. He took his seat without permission.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
What's he doing on this block? Get him out of here.
Oh, shit. Oh, Christ. Oh, Christ, no. Get away.
nowhere for a long time.
What the hell is that? Freaking splice! Damn it! I mean, good God, you sick splicing pieces of crap! This is a Baller Friday, man. This is a Baller Friday. I deserve respect on this day, man. I deserve a little respect on this day, to say the goddamn least. God damn you. God damn you, man. Give me the freaking... Give me the mic! Jesus Christ, man. How about 647 Radio Graffiti? What the hell is... Hell, are you kidding me? Who the hell is that? I just freaking said that! You know what? I'm not ending it on that. I'm not ending it on that. I'm not ending it! I'm not ending it on that! Anonymous Radio Graffiti. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to conduct myself by consuming tetrahydrocannabinol cupcakes here. They're calling me. These cupcakes, these are amazing. I'm serious. These goddamn cupcakes are like crack. Oh my God. This is like crack, man. Jesus Christ. Let's talk about Steven Universe.
Yes, I love Steven Universe.
No, shut up. You know what? That's it. I'm done with this crap. I mean, what a fruity-ass, dumbass, ridiculous Baller Friday that you troll terrorists turned this into. Look, I'm done with this. All right, you want to listen in tomorrow? All right, all you trolls, Saturday Night Troll Show on tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. You want to troll? Come at me tomorrow. You want to troll? Come at me, bro.